Always got a joke.
And we're live. Hey, everybody.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hi, Jay.
Hey.
Why can't zombies write good music?
Oh,
He's
a
right.
zombie joke.
Well, unfortunately, they only decompose.
Ah.
I'll see you guys next week.
Boom. Oh, man. That was fantastic. Well done. What's up, chat? How is everybody doing today? Hope you guys can hear us. Everything seems to be in order, working fine. Let's see. Where is that? There's that thing. Get some stuff going.
Nope, I didn't have multiple audio sources playing. You did not hear yourself. Like,
It be fine so far, says Yurt. All right, my man. I appreciate that very much. Welcome, everyone. No, I'm not gonna do Jeep the whole time.
Oh
No,
my
no, no.
God, Evan! Oh, I love it. Jesse's jokes.
Yes.
See, exactly.
Perfect. Bring it back. Spooky, thanks for the sub.
Oh
3
my
months.
gosh.
You are awesome. Thank you so
Spooky.
much. That's fantastic. Welcome, everybody. We are the Bad Plans D&D crew. My name is Jay. I'm the Dungeon Master, and this is episode 20. 20 episodes.
So
Oh,
many.
heck yes.
20 episodes of The Long Death. We've only killed one character so far. This is our homebrew D&D campaign in the world, the dangerous world of Lydian.
that's right.
He's only mostly dead.
He's only mostly dead. We're live every Wednesday night at 9 Central, and if you ever miss an episode on Twitch, you can always go back and watch all the back episodes on YouTube. And if you are a kind and loving person, please consider subscribing to us on YouTube, as well as
If you're
following
not,
us
get
here on
out.
Twitch. And if you are
We
not
hate you.
that, then also do the thing. But yes, thank you. It does help us out a lot. I still think we're a new channel. You know, we're just getting started. We haven't even
We
got
are new. We
started
are
yet,
new.
you guys. We're just digging our heels in to get going here. So any little like or sub or comment, all those things really help. Even if you're a longtime fan, we really appreciate you guys. Evan has a story for us regarding our merchandise,
yes.
and take it away, sir.
I was gonna
Put you on
buy
the
a
spot.
shirt and then buy Archie like a little onesie, and I cue it up and I go, "Hey Emily, what do you think about this?" And she looks at it and she goes, "Huh? Have you really thought this through?" And I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "I'm not putting clothes on my kid. This is bad plans."
Come on, chat.
I still don't know why.
So
That's right, you gotta-
dead whiff.
You gotta help him get past this.
Let's do the falling guy. That'll be fine.
Have you thought this
The
through
phone
is the epitome of bad plans as well. I just want to say that.
That needs to be a new quote on a shirt. Have you thought this through?
Yes.
That's like the DM equivalent of like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Get
Well-
him just the D20. It'll be fun.
Yeah. We'll
No.
get a D20.
If you are not worried about such things, you can find our awesome merchandise that Bellarissa put together for us in the link in chat. So thank you very much for that. And maybe we can pool together and make something happen for Thorcum for his little one. So we'll
If it just shows
figure it
up.
out. What if it
Like
was a
one
picture
day.
of Ziggy being like, "Hey," you know,
Hey.
like this is a picture of like a weird naked demon cat on your kid's onesie
Better.
instead of a.
Or
Is that
Jesse's
better or
jokes.
worse?
That one.
Is that
Just put your
It's
t-shirt
better.
design.
Better, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure.
only
Oh,
one way
we're
to
gonna
find out?
we're gonna find the best design.
Noel,
for
thanks for the
this.
sub. That is awesome of you.
Oh,
3 months.
there's one
I
of
really
our
appreciate it.
potential shirts behind
Oh
me.
yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah. What if that we should
Centaur
just
love.
show her all of these designs
There you
and
go.
ask
Yeah,
her
put that
which
on her
one
onesie.
which one looks the best for Archie.
This is centaur related romance shirts.
Oh, yes,
What are we
there you go.
talking? Okay, you guys. Okay, let's reel this back in a little bit, or maybe not. All right, Last week we continued to follow our adventurers as they left the underground Thulesian facility and struck out further into the deep dunes of the Steel Sands Desert. Before leaving, though, you spent the evening resting up, and it was a massively long day for you guys. There was, fighting machines and fighting flaming skulls and battling subterranean monsters. You were tired, and you got some much-needed rest. Ultimately, you were unsuccessful in catching the escaped serpent before it disappeared through the strange magical portal when you were down below. But that was a problem for another day. You studied the newfound treasures from the temple, healed your wounds, and prepared for whatever came next as you set off into the blazing sun. The journey was difficult, every step a challenge through the shifting sands and the piercing winds. Days passed, traversing the great sea of white sand. Your rations and supplies were running low, until finally you began to find yourself approaching strips of friendlier ground with the occasional bits of aloe and prickly pear. It was then you noticed something odd out in front of you. A couple of you had a moment to react, but for most, the giant sinkhole collapsing around you was a complete surprise. You reacted swiftly, but were still buried beneath the sand and debris. What transpired over the next few minutes was close to deadly as you fought to escape the suffocating darkness and weight of the sand. But some incredibly clever thinking and ingenuity helped you all escape relatively unscathed. What could have been a disaster was turned into an opportunity to put your skills on display as you helped each other and ultimately fought your way back to the surface. Not long after, you found yourself cresting a dune, and not far off in the distance, a welcoming sight. It can be no other thing, as for the first time in weeks you see green vegetation, trees, and the promise of a cool drink. Catel's Oasis awaits. So, what's the plan?
Invisven, right?
Yeah, what was?
we're
Remind me
doing.
what our plan
So-
was.
Well, I'm invisible.
Right.
Yes.
Why are we
For
doing
an
that,
hour.
by the way?
When we get
Huh?
close.
In case they grab him.
Yeah. Everyone's looking for Vinish robots.
The nice robot put together,
I-
structured.
I can tell you this answer in one quote, which is, "Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper?" Then we're gonna be screwed.
Oh, dear.
But then
So
what's
we're
our
gonna-
what's our story for the rest of the people? We're just traveling through the desert randomly.
We're adventurers. No, and we came here for Saban. Like he asked us to check on his family and to update them on his
Good.
yeah
That's good.
yeah
Look at
yeah.
look at Vinny taking
So
notes.
it's like it's like he has family here.
Wait, Saban was the guy that we met at the cookout.
He's the
Ew,
first
guy.
Foley. Yeah, he's the
with
first
the
Foley we met.
cookout.
Yes,
Lois is like, wait, who?
the cookout.
What?
At the
BBQ.
barbecue. Yes.
Oh my gosh! I just like
They're just
Who ha-
hanging
who
out
has
in the
the map?
desert, having a barbecue.
because if Jessie has the map, it would probably just say Camp Soup.
Camp soup.
It's a spoon
It's
Yeah.
just a
indicator.
Yeah, and you guys were going to eat more stew, and we're going to find Cattell, but we're
Uh-huh.
looking for displaced and disgruntled
I mean,
Bali.
Can we just look for a place to sleep?
Yeah, places.
It might be nice to sleep like not in the desert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just see what's up. But just keep your ears open for.
Well, I'd
Yeah,
like
we're
to
not going to
take
be
the-
going around asking, "Are you a displaced and disgruntled Bob?"
Yes.
We're not going to be saying that.
No,
just
no,
so
no,
everyone
yes,
knows.
You can have a clipboard, like standing out in front of Whole Foods.
Hold on, wait. Say that again.
Fill out the
Sir,
survey
you have a few minutes.
Have a
on a
survey.
scale of 1 to 5.
Have you been
How
gentrified
displaced?
out of your
disgruntled
beloved desert by a bunch of robots?
Or a dragon.
Do you have a few minutes to help the environment in the steel sands?
Select all that apply.
Oh man.
Would you be willing to help?
There's nothing wrong with
There
this
was a
plan.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, we're just gonna find a place to rest.
I kind of want to poke around. We haven't really hung out with anyone in a while.
The longer I stay invisible, the more awkward it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm not turning you invisible because you're the one that's talking. No one's gonna listen to me.
I don't
So,
think
yeah,
they're going to
mm.
listen to the robot man either.
I'll talk.
Yeah, Belrissa
good.
can talk.
It's gonna be like whispering.
What?
I think an inn would be ideal. How big, from the distance that we're at, Jay, how big is this place look?
So what you can see from where you are is that there's basically these rocks that just sort of randomly. I mean, there's rocks and rock features and stuff throughout the desert, but this is almost looks like a ring of them, and you can see that there's sort of almost like a sandstone ring, and there's a butte kind of towards the back that stands a little bit higher, maybe 100 feet tall or so, and there's sort of a ring of rocks, and you can see that there's from this distance what looks to be a gate, though it doesn't appear to be closed. You can kind of see some people milling around. But it's probably a few hundred feet across. Like it's not massive, but there's definitely a lot of people around, and you can see trees and vegetation and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's gonna be food in there. And I gotta tell you guys, I have got to get out of this armor. I gotta get out of it.
Okay.
It's so hot.
Yeah, we can smell you.
It's heavy.
I mean, if you didn't wear the cloak on top of the armor, it might be better.
It's added.
Cloak is important.
Okay.
Cloak is very important. I
It
never
does
know
give
when I
you
need
some
a ladder.
sun cover somewhat.
I agree. Yeah, you see how I'm like burned more like here than I am here because I was like. putting
Yeah,
that-
it looks like
Yeah.
it hurts a lot.
Yeah, it hurt for a while. Now it's just kind of numb.
Oh, okay.
I have some Naked Cat sunscreen if you want it.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never really
Peeled
considered
off a while ago.
cleaning. I guess I could clean too. Like there's sand everywhere, Thorkin. How do you get 14 clean?
Do you feel dirty?
I mean, that's just a weird question coming from you, but like,
Can you feel? Can you
not-
feel?
Do you feel
not
dirty?
in
Do you
sure
feel
personally,
dirty?
no. But I feel
Then what does it matter?
gritty. I feel gritty.
Gritty.
There are
Grit, there you
little
go.
pieces of grit everywhere.
You feel dirty
it feels a
when you think
little
about
awkward.
that centaur?
Oh,
No,
Dear.
oh, wait.
I do
come
feel
here.
awkward.
Finn,
Yes.
come here. I
Okay.
got something for you.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah, I cast prestidigitation on you.
Ah, is it like I picture it like those cans of compressed air that you like. So she's like,
little
It's
little
like-
oil, little air.
ah,
Do you feel better?
it does feel better.
That's
I
my
don't
new
know,
favorite
DM,
use
does that
of
feel better?
Do you actually
Yeah.
prestidigitation is your fingers become air compressors. You're just like, love it.
All right.
I would say that you feel like partially better. Like you're a little shinier. Some of the surface stuff is gone, but deep in the joints, Minadil, deep in, like you're like C-3PO walking through the desert. You're just like waiting for that oil bath. Just like,
Yes.
oh man, like could use a little
A
rest.
bad feeling about this. So we can see people milling about. Do we see any robots?
Make a perception check.
Oh dear. Here I go.
Oh.
Ooh.
To start the
20.
night off.
Heck
Wow,
yes.
a 19. Look at that.
Nice.
We're all perceptive.
So observant right now.
There do not appear to be any robots or any constructs or anything obvious.
Finn, I'm really thinking just like for the initial entrance, you should probably be invisible.
I
You
mean,
want the
but I would-
cloak? Do you
I
want
was-
to like put the cloak on?
I was thinking about being invisible, but then wouldn't it even be more weird when I pop up later?
Yeah, just
Like-
be you, and if they try to attack you or grab you, we got you.
We could
But don't you
we
think-
could disguise you.
I would rather them have to
Ooh.
deal with your appearance out here than you pop up inside the town where we're stuck.
Plus, we need to know if they like robots or not. Otherwise, like, how are we gonna know if they're disgruntled or? It could be a talking point.
I could wear the robe thing and just see how perceptive they are.
I mean, you're a pretty huge robot. I don't
Yeah.
think a robe is gonna help.
Yeah, but if it doesn't help, you could always like throw.
Oh, we
a
can
ladder
shrink
at
you
them.
and make you a tiny robot so you look
Pocket
cute
robot.
and adorable and not menacing.
1 minute.
For 1 minute.
Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind.
I mean, you could cast it like maybe 5 times, right?
Just
No.
that won't freak
3.
them out at all.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Plus, you don't want me
I
to
don't
talk.
have anything to help disguise
There are no
you,
other
so.
robots, so
Or
clearly
Jesse.
they're accepting and haven't buried them out back. Let's go on in.
Okay, well, just like stay close to me in case we do need to quickly make you invisible.
Oh yeah, smart,
Okay.
smart.
Is this a tent city or are there buildings? Like, do we see like stone construction buildings or is there just tents everywhere?
So you can imagine like a bunch of these huge boulders, and they're not all equally high. It seems like a natural formation, and they sort of ring around basically what looks to be a tent city from what you can see. There don't appear to be any large buildings, but you also can't really see most of it from where you are because it's behind these sort of makeshift walls that are made out of these natural rock formations.
Okay.
I would say also with the Nat 20, a couple other things you probably would notice, Jeshi, are that there do appear to be guards kind of standing up on the rock walls. They're just, kind of patrolling. The walls kind of, some of them are super high, and then others are actually not that high off the ground at all. And you can see some of the guards are like patrolling and needing to actually kind of like boulder up to the top of a rock and then, jump off another side as they're kind of walking. But they just kind of appear to be peering out over the desert. And otherwise there's not anybody outside. That's another thing you would notice too, is everybody seems to be kind of corralled inside.
Okay. I relay that. If the team feels like this is the right plan, I'm behind it.
We have to go in. We have to go find Cattell. That
You
seems
could
like
stay out here though and hide.
I could.
You want to risk it? I mean, you're already dead, so
What?
who cares? I guess.
What is the risk? Yeah. No, let's go. Let's
Okay.
go.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going for soup then.
Hey.
I think if we go soup forward, we lead with our interest in soup, then people will understand why we're here. Be
Just
like,
traveling soup connoisseurs.
Yeah, we met Saban and he gave us some soup,
Sommeliers.
and it was so good, and we gotta get more.
Guy Fieri.
Oh my god.
I've always found that it's good to lead with the truth, and this is true.
Who has
I
the
need that
spikiest
soup.
hair right now?
Oh my god.
Dungeons, Diners, and Dragons, or whatever.
Yes.
Yes, I would watch that.
Jeshi just starts spiking the hair. Okay, you guys begin to approach, and just to be clear, nobody's invisible.
Ziggy's gonna be invisible.
Ziggy, okay. The talking demon cat, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually probably the most disturbing member of our party. The hairless thing.
You just hear like a.
The weasel's just hanging out on my shoulder.
Oh.
He somehow survived.
the weasel
cave-in.
The 1 HP weasel was just like darting, like Legolasing across all the sand as it fell in slow motion. All right. The entrance to the Oasis is a hard-packed road that runs between two immense vertical shafts of stone. Between them, seemingly open to all, are iron gates, which it appears could be closed and secured should the need arise, though right now they're open. Sentries with spears and longbows sit and stand among the ledges of the craggy stone skirt wall. Experienced as they are with the harsh realities of the desert, they stand in pools of shadow, their eyes endlessly scanning the horizon. Though a natural formation, the oasis seems formidable and defensible, but also strangely inviting. As you approach, you get a couple of looks from the guards. One of them kind of whistles and a few of them kind of look over. And then they just as quickly look away. They don't really seem all that interested or bothered that you're approaching. They just go back to scanning the horizon, apparently looking for something else or basically not too concerned with you.
I give him a friendly wave as we walk by.
Hey, Belrissa, you know the little balls that you had? There's not a chance that you ever throw one of those and like a dragon pops out.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Just roll the dice.
Yeah.
See, just
I mean, maybe.
could be
Could
weasel.
weasel,
Could be dragon.
dragon.
I'm not saying it's a deal breaker. Like, I think it'd be pretty sweet if you were just like dragon and we're like fighting little robots, but I feel like people here might be scared. I wouldn't be scared. I'm not scared.
So
Shashi will find the dragon eventually.
don't
I
summon
know
the dragon.
you want to find it. I know you want to find it.
Yes, I would like to be friends with it.
I don't
Yeah,
think
if
it'll
it's
be
nice.
friends with us.
It might be friendly.
Could be
Maybe.
nice.
Did you listen to the
I was
stories?
gonna say none of the stories we heard talk
Stories.
about
Stories
it.
sounded very
Stories can be
One
terrifying.
person
False.
alive to tell of his greatness? Yeah, I think we're good.
Apparently, it's the person that we're about to go
Friendship
see.
Dragon.
It could be
Yeah.
a conspiracy
That's fair.
against the dragon.
Agreed. Yeah, we'll find out. I'm gonna ask some more people while we're here.
Okay.
There's a lot of people around. Everybody make a perception check.
So they weren't inside as far as like just huddled up in houses. They're just inside the gates, is what you're saying?
Yep. So
Okay.
there's quite a bit of space in here. It's actually bigger now that you're inside it. It's kind of bigger than you originally realized. It kind of stretches back, and it's definitely. Or what are your perception checks actually first?
12.
12,
5.
5,
13.
7.
13, 7,
19.
19. Okay, so as a group collectively, you guys kind of like, you're talking amongst yourselves, kind of looking around, getting a lay of the place, and there's a lot of people here. One of your first thoughts is, wow, this is a little cramped. It seems like maybe a little over capacity is one of the thoughts that occurs to you.
Disgruntled, displaced people.
There's there's a lot of tents. It's they're not like haphazardly placed, right? Like this is a kind of a place where obviously people have set up shop, and you can actually see there's kind of one area where there's what looks to be a market. There's some shopkeepers and people shouting and it looks like trading various things. You do get whatever Saban was cooking, they're cooking it here too. I don't know what it is, but that spice is hard to forget. There's something floating through the air, and Jeshi, even with a 5, it's not something you're gonna miss. Otherwise, yeah, it's just very busy. It's cramped, and you can see there are guards just kind of patrolling around. The guards are all holding spears and seem to be wearing like a light leather, kind of not exactly the same as each other, but all similarly outfitted.
I smell something. I think it's this way. Hold on. Yeah. No, it's this way. It's this way.
Lead the way.
We're gonna eat first. I'm ready.
I'm starving.
It's been like weeks in the desert. We could use
Literally yesterday, I
y'all
was
didn't like
buried
my
in
breakfast?
sand, and Leonard had to
I
save
can make
me.
more.
No one likes your trash berries.
Oh,
So this
fine,
last one,
I will eat all the trash berries by myself.
the last
Y'all
one
don't
was
get
like,
any more trash.
you know how like if you ever had banana bread and it's like with really old bananas, and like banana bread is really good, but the old bananas don't
Trash
actually
burger
like look that good. It was like that. It was like pre-bred old bananas.
Okay. I guess the stew is better than my trash berries, which I don't think it tastes like trash, by the way. But if you're gonna call it a
Weren't you
trash
the
berry,
one that told us exactly what it tasted like?
no, so that was like description of what it tastes like. I'm not advertising it as like, here are my trash berries. Here, eat them.
Okay.
Y'all know they taste like trash. Okay,
So
fine.
do you think they taste good, Kins?
Yeah, they taste fine. As I said, it's not about. I'm not a gourmet chef out in the middle of the desert with no ingredients to work with.
Right.
It's just
But
for
not
survival.
bland. They're not bland.
They have
They're
flavor.
very-
I tried really hard to put flavor in
Pungent.
them.
Like it really burns the nose. I don't know. So, like, yeah, for a while.
Should I
was
write these descriptors down for when I
you
sell
never
them? I
know.
can
Maybe
sell them at
maybe
the
they'll
Savior.
start tasting better sometime. Who knows? Maybe you can make some that are like this soup that we're about to eat.
I should work with Emmy more on finding more flavors.
Yeah,
to
put it
put
on
in.
the menu. It'll be like a novelty. Hey,
Gift
have
shop.
this. Yeah,
Do we
Here
have a
you
gift
go.
shop? Have some berries.
we're gonna have a gift shop.
I thought they were
Kins is like-
perfectly fine, Kins. Perfectly fine.
Thank you,
I
Finn.
mean, I can't
You
taste
can eat
anything, but you know.
Well, okay. I'll make my berries for me and get Vin so that we can survive in the desert.
Yep.
Y'all can eat something else.
Kins is like Forky from that new Toy Story movie. Just all about, just all about
Trash.
But it's so warm and just inviting.
Are you riding Leonard through town?
No. I desummoned him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a little crowded in here.
A little bit.
It would
So you were
definitely
looking
be
for a
bit-
place to stay,
bit crowded.
Place to stay.
Yeah, yeah.
which might, looking around might be costly. But let's check it out.
Don't you have all the money, good sir?
I'm pretty sure we split the money up
We've got
because
money.
everybody went on spending sprees, buying
I
like
didn't-
cat clothes.
No. Kins did not
armor
go on
and-
a spending spree. Well, maybe I splurged a little.
I feel like Kins would be real
On
thrifty,
food.
And we're business owners. We can afford to spend a little bit of money.
That's right.
There you go.
I definitely bought some potions before we left town. But yeah, no, we have some cash left. We have some cash left.
Okay.
My friends, I heard you saying something. I heard you say you're looking for a place to stay, huh? Is that what they, yeah, huh?
Do you have a good
Hey,
place?
either say either see what you say, and I got just what you need. Yeah, you looking for places? Look, you all of you, you're very nice, very big. You got big, tall robot man and things and everything. You don't stay in the tent, you stay in the yurt, huh?
A yurt sounds fancy.
I got the yurt for you, huh?
Oh.
Can we see it first?
Oh, of course. I mean, well, after you pay me, but then I show you the yurt. Yes.
Oh man, Kins is definitely sus of this person.
No, about that.
You look around.
is
There's
it-
I mean, I'm not
there's
saying this out loud,
Many
obviously.
people here. Almost anybody here, they want either yurt, and I don't give it to them because I save it for you. Huh?
You saved it for us?
I saved it just for you because I know that somebody come to these gates at one time and they say, "I got a place to stay. I need that. I need to find that." And they come to me. I'm the one. I show you the way.
How much is this yurt?
That's gonna cost you though. It's gonna cost how much you normally pay for yurt. I mean, I don't know where you're from, but
I've never been in a yurt.
I just start walking away.
We
wait.
I turned him
Listen.
in.
Listen.
one gold. One gold.
One gold. Yes, that is actually how much a yurt costs. 1 gold per night. And
Whoa, that was great.
yes, I mean, I know.
Exactly
Listen,
1
I'm not to
gold.
cheat you. I mean, that's your idea, huh? I mean, you tell leaders, you say, "Hey, I normally pay. That's what I'm used to paying, and that's what I charge."
What does your yurt look like?
Well, it looks like like a yurt. Like the,
What color is it?
I'm gonna flick him a gold and say, "Lead on." Yeah.
I'm gonna insight check him.
Oh my god, yes, please, somebody.
Vin, don't stab him.
What?
Last time you did
Can
the
I do
flippy
so as
gold.
well?
he accepted a gold. He's good. Wow. Dang.
Sorry.
Oh, nat 20 on my insight check.
Oh,
26 and a 21
for me.
insight checks. Like, wow.
Woo! Nat 20 on the insight check. Okay.
The shady guy's going down.
Plus exactly 1 gold.
Insight check. So you're trying to like read this guy, right? Is he lying? Is he being deceptive? And you get the sense from Idris that he's the yurt guy. He was definitely like he's not full on trying to cheat you. You don't get that impression. But he probably was surprised when Vin offered an entire gold piece to stay in his one of his yurts, and he happily
It's Vin's
accepted it,
money,
and is
so.
trying really hard to like not seem ultra like flabbergasted that he just got tossed a gold piece.
Okay, but I don't get the feeling he's just going to take us out and murder us.
No, in fact, he.
Okay.
Listen. I got many yurts, all over, so many cats, right? But you get the number 1 yurt, huh?
And it's got beds enough for all of us?
Let's see. Sure, yeah, we find the beds. Don't worry, I find the
Yeah,
beds.
what
for you.
about stew?
stew? You want
What's your
stew?
stew policy?
I get you the best stew. You want some pokey?
What
Yes,
is?
pokey.
Yes, what is it?
That's what you smell, yeah? The pokey.
Ah.
It
yeah.
doesn't matter what it is.
You
I
want some of that? Yeah. Idris can get you that, huh?
All right.
Get it
one
for
we
you
had-
right now, man. Come on, follow me. Let's take you to your yurt. Hey, everybody move out of the way, huh? Hey. Special guest.
That's not necessary.
He starts
like
leading
it.
you, just
Good man,
shouldering
Idris. Good
like
man.
he is like your guide at this. He's like your.
Love it.
He started kind of walking through. He's moving people out of the way. He starts pointing things out. He stops every 12 feet to make sure you're still there, and everything's fine. and he takes you to basically kind of, it's probably about a 5-minute walk. This place isn't huge, but it takes you, a few minutes to get across it. And as you walk back, you see a giant pool of water that is backed up against the butte that comes up, just sort of a light, almost like tan kind of sandstone, rock formation. And just right up against it is this just beautiful pool of bright blue water with these plants all around it. And you can see that those guards are kind of patrolling nearby, kind of walking around it. But there's people going right up to it. There's kids splashing in it. There's people kind of, just grabbing water and stuff. It doesn't seem like restricted or anything like that. And you kind of walk past, and there is a circular yurt, probably like, I don't know, maybe 20 feet in diameter. And he goes up and he says, you just hold on right there. Just wait, please don't go anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere, right? Huh? Okay, good. Okay.
We're here.
And he runs inside, and you just hear like, you hear a bunch of yelling. And about a minute goes by, and a bunch of people like just get like thrown out of this yurt, basically. And they're like carrying stuff, and he you just hear some yelling, and one guy like pulls open the sort of canvas flap, and you can see he's like rapidly cleaning, and he's got like a crew of guys, and they're like bringing beds over, and he recounts how many of you there are, and he just gets dialed in this place. It probably takes about 10 minutes actually after all this, and he comes back and all right,
Hey, who were
I
those
set
people?
you up, huh? What?
Who were those people that left? They were not happy.
Oh, squatters. Don't worry about it. Listen, I tell you to get the best yurt. I'm gonna make sure that my word is how you say, right or what? Yeah. So come.
So what if like another group comes and offers you 2 gold? Are we gonna be kicked out?
No. You're a best customer. I'll never do something like that. No.
Okay.
No. You're.
So what is a yurt? Just like, what do we see in front of us?
It's like a circular kind
Like
of tent type thing.
Okay,
But it's got a little bit more structure to it. It's got sort of a wooden frame, with and it sort of comes up to a point in the middle.
It's like glamping.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's not like you're not just going to pick this thing up and move it in a hurry. So
Yeah, it's not like completely immobile. Like you get the sense
Right.
that you could probably, take it down with a few people and move it. But this is kind of intended to be permanent. In fact, you can there's like kind of wooden structures around that suggest that a lot of these tents actually are permanent. Some of them are a bit more transient and kind of seem new or temporary. But a lot of these tents have probably been here a long time.
And something like this would be kind of nice. The desert. I just kind of say to the group. But
Could we fit one in a bag of holding?
I know. We
Well, a
almost
bag of
need
holding,
like
you could maybe fit that.
we
You
almost
probably
need
do
like
that.
we need kind of a magic pop up, pop down one, But anyway, we'll keep our eyes open.
Yeah. So is it nice? Did he?
So you go inside, and it's about as nice as you might expect it to be. It's not like he's obviously made an effort to clean it, and is probably a little more than is typical. It is way better than sleeping in the sand in this scorching heat and cold and wind and everything like that. So yeah, I mean it's decent.
So it has a bottom to it. We're not
There's
on
a
the
wood
sand
floor,
anymore?
yeah, and it's
nice.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
So, New Sparrow was really excited to bring us here. Oh my goodness.
New Sparrow.
Yeah. Every town has got one, I guess. I don't know.
Sparrow.
Wait, Idris, do you sing?
Missing a leg.
I was gonna say, and we look at his
Do I
legs.
sing?
Does he have both legs? Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no sing. Okay.
Hey,
Are you? Yeah.
I was gonna say, I noticed there's like a lot of guards around. Do you guys get trouble often? Why are there so much? Why is there so much security?
Oh, the sidewinders. Catel's. Yeah. Oh, they are here to make sure. You see, the thing about you've never been here before. Oh,
No.
Idris would remember you. No, you've never been here before. Okay, I tell you everything. I tell you all the things. Catel, this is her. Catel's place. Catel's very strong, very good, very nice. She keeps us all very protected. She has her guards. I think that's a good word. They're the sidewinders. We call them the sidewinders, and they keep things out. Keep them outside, like scorpions and the dry walkers. Though they don't come around as much anymore. Things that might be dangerous. They keep them out. And the other thing they do is there's no fights here. This is very peaceful place. Nobody fights here. People come to meet, to trade, to do things. Even if these people, they hate each other. No fights. No fights or you're dead. You're out of here. So no fights, okay?
That's awesome. Great.
Is that all right?
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
All right. You need anything. You need anything at all. You just shout. You just say, Idris! You just shout. I hear you. I come run.
Oh, so
Oh.
that. Thank you. The soup. Where do we go get that? Is there like?
Oh, you want some pokey, huh?
Yeah.
We'll wait here. You just bring it back here if you don't mind. Four servings. Be great.
No, I'm not gonna do that. But I'll tell you where you could go get some, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's.
That's fine. I want to go
Yeah.
out anyway.
Yeah, why don't you show us?
We should see the.
Yeah, you know how I got two hands is more than two of you. I
That's
can't break. Yeah.
Totally fine.
Don't worry. It is you much better. You explore. You meet people. You meet Samira. You meet her, huh? Samira. She will have pokey. She even have the glass weed if you want to make your own pokey, huh? It's very good for you to go there and just try it. You tell her though. You tell her Idris sent you, huh? She give you best bowl.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Okay.
Which direction?
Huh? Hey, just walk. You say Samira. No, I just kidding.
So
No,
we just
you
yell
don't do
for
that.
people.
If you head back the way you came, look on the left side, and follow your nose. Huh? All right.
All right.
Tent flap closes.
So I'll pull Vin aside and be like, okay, look, now's not the time to fall in love. I know every time we go to a new place, we find a person. It's not the time, okay? And then I walk away.
Eyes flare just a little
if this
bit.
stew is good enough, maybe I'll fall in love.
It's good enough. Nice. Hey, we've got one mission. It seems
Stew.
2 missions.
You can't eat. You don't understand.
Yeah.
You can't
like-
taste. He can eat, but he can't taste.
Yeah. I'm
Remember
eating
when,
the
like,
stew.
before you were a ghost robot and you were like, hey, food and drinks and yay, it's awesome. I know
Maybe.
all that is in the past for you now. Now you're just like, hey, we have one mission.
Let's get our body back.
Can't
Yeah,
eat.
that's a great mission. Yeah. So I
Our
can
body,
eat again. Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is that why we're here? No, what actually is the mission?
Yeah.
Can I give a word of caution?
Sure.
Just do.
Sabine's men, did they look like they could fight?
I mean, they might be
What
able to
makes you-
protect them from a robot or something.
What makes you think the Bali are fighters? We don't know anything about them. They hired mercenaries to protect their caravan.
Yeah, but like Cattell apparently is a fighter. I mean, we'll see. And she's got these sidewinders. I don't know.
Okay. I don't think she's the Bali. So what's her in?
No, she is. She's part of the Bali group.
Doesn't, she doesn't
I don't
sound
know.
like it.
Let's
Okay.
let's see. Let's just see what's up. I mean, this is our
Oh, I know.
best group.
Maybe there's maybe I
What you
can
talking?
learn to cook the pokey.
Yeah, you gotta ask what that spice is.
Then
if
there'll
we can
be a
grab that spice.
competition at some point, and it will be judged likely by Cattell, and I will win it.
You think that you would win over people
Yes.
who lived here for?
Yes, my secret ingredient will be
probably
those
no Cattell.
excellent good berries that you've made me.
Oh my god.
So what I'll do is I'll have people eat the good berry first, so they're like,
Oh,
And
so
then
they
they
have a
eat my
terrible
stew, and
palate.
they're like,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Uh-huh.
I find most of life is defined
Although,
by what
the
just happened
aftertaste
compared to
might
what is happening.
Linger. It is very potent.
Yeah, but I'll make it spicy. It'll override it.
I do like your idea of potential trade with these
You do.
people.
The stew.
I mean, none of that. No, none of that
Oh,
idea.
okay.
That's probably not going to happen.
Well, it might.
But the idea of
50-50.
bringing back new food to the north, like we are the first people who have traveled here from the north in memory.
Put it
None
on
of
the
these
menu.
people know anything about where we're from. So we have information to share. You remember how long they listened to your stories, Jesse? Those people, they love stories. So apparently gold is also more valuable here. I guess we all saw that, right?
Yeah,
Like 1 gold
yeah.
just bought us a bunch. So cool. Didn't have to kill anybody because they're not all gold hungry.
Oh,
So-
good.
Not-
So
not
that
like
was
the
a win.
gnolls.
Well, we can't get into
That was
fights,
a win.
otherwise we're gonna get.
Apparently we don't want to fight people.
Yes.
That's good to know. But I think gold will mean something here, which is nice. But then also I think our stories have some weight because people will want to know what's going on in the rest of the world. So but just as we think about trading, with these people, we have some stuff. We have some stuff to trade. Not me. They're going to want to trade me. I am not for trade.
I
right?
don't know.
So, just so we're all on the same.
price is
14
high
is not
enough.
for trade.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't work that way. You can't just switch me out of this one into a new body. Like it doesn't work that way.
Are you sure we can?
I'm pretty sure that doesn't work. Yeah. But yeah, let's go meet this Samira, I guess, the cook.
Okay. Cheshi,
Oh, yeah.
lead the way.
Yeah, this way.
Jeshi, make a perception check
Excuse me.
to follow your nose.
He's got to have advantage on this.
12.
Oh.
12. Okay. Yeah, so you kind of more or less follow the directions that he gave you. You head back and then kind of meander to the left. It's not a huge place, so it's not too hard. And you end up over in that market area where you see that there's a handful of stalls, people kind of working out of slightly smaller tents. You kind of see what you might expect in terms of there's one guy who looks to be set up as kind of like a general store type of area. Like it's lots of random stuff, but you also see people are bringing him like bundles of scrap metal and just like what you kind of think is just junk, right? And they're bringing him to this guy, and he's got a couple of assistants who are like rifling through sacks and pulling out things and looking at stuff and putting them in a big pile, and he's exchanging something, money or who knows what with these other people. A few minutes later, you kind of walk a little further down the line, and there is one tent in particular where there's a big pot, and emanating from that pot is the absolutely delicious smell of pokey.
The mouth is watering. I think it's this way. As
There's
we're
a-
poking around, are most of the people here humans? Are there centaurs?
There's definitely no centaurs. I would
Okay.
say mostly human. Yeah, not all humans. You see a handful of halflings, and a couple of just, various
Are there
other
any
races
dwarves?
kicking around. No dwarves. Yeah, but you're not getting like,
Yeah.
it's, people are looking, but not in any way other than like because you guys have shiny armor on and are carrying, weapons and such. The typical look you'd expect. There's also a small line of people kind of in line to get some of this delicious stew.
Boom! I'm
And
in the
there's-
back of the line.
Cool. There's a 3 or 4 people kind of standing behind a table, kind of like a soup kitchen type setup where they are serving pokey.
Are they exchanging money? Or are people just walking up with a bowl and getting food?
People are just walking up with a bowl, getting some pokey.
Do we see anyone exchanging money other than the robot parts guy?
Make a perception check.
Did I just give this guy like a year's worth of salary? 19.
You don't see anybody exchanging any money. And in fact, as you look a little closer, the scrapper, the metal trading guy, he's not paying out money. He's paying out, like, they're bartering essentially. Like, they're having a little quick chat, and he's reaching back. He's grabbing a flask of oil. He's grabbing a couple of mechanical parts or whatever, just random stuff. You don't see anybody exchanging money.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'll get Stu, and then when Jesse's done with his, I'll hand him my bowl. But I'll just get in line too to get a bowl.
Okay. The line moves fairly quick, and I would say, 5 or 6 minutes goes by, and you have in your hand a delicious bowl of stew.
And what was the person's name? What was her name? Samira?
The name he said was Samira.
Samira. Do I see like a person who seems to be in charge of the cauldron?
Make a quick perception check.
Oh, 5.
5. Not really. There's a lot of people here, and it's kind of hard. Like there's 4 people behind this like table thing, kind of helping distribute stew, but none of them strike you as a Samira. They're all kind of there's a couple of really young boys and one older man.
Okay, I walk like to the closest possible spot where I can carve out my own area and just down it. I just go to town. I'm so excited.
Is this the kind of thing we can eat while we walk? Like, what are other people doing? Are they just eating while they walk? Or
Doesn't
is
matter. I'm not using a spoon. Oof.
Yeah, your first bowl. I'm just like, when I hand you the next bowl, I'm like,
Thank you.
Let's What are other people doing? Are they just eating and walking, or is there like a
yeah? You can
sitting
almost
place
imagine
or-
like a state fair scenario
Yeah.
type of thing,
Yeah.
or like a busy
Is
market.
there like
yeah, people
a
are just-
donation jar?
No. Nobody asks you anything. They just hand it to you.
And we don't see
Like it's no
currency.
big
Yeah,
deal.
so this, I'm going to whisper back out. Maybe the gold isn't a thing here. This looks maybe more barter type society.
Guys,
Hey.
But he really
This
wanted
is-
your gold.
I know.
Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't mention his name, because then she'll think that she'll be like, oh, hey, they're gold payers.
Yeah, who knows?
I'm gonna slip my coin purse into the bag of holding and kind of hide it.
Yeah. Definitely keeping an eye on our stuff. What is that?
you guys remember that
Jesse.
one time we were in that town and those kids took all our gold?
I do.
Yeah.
Do you remember why, Jesse, they turned our gold?
No, I'm
'Cause
just
we were
eating.
nice
I
to
let them,
He's
And
just
then we'd
reminiscing.
we let people live, and they turned on us.
It was like an
Yeah.
8-year-old boy.
lesson, it was a lesson that we all had to keep deep in our minds.
His eyes
You
just
should be
glow as he says
merciful.
this.
Murder bot. I am going to break off from the group and go over to the junk vendor, the scrapper.
Okay.
We'll follow you.
14.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
don't see me.
eating next to Jessie, talking about what
Okay.
possible ingredients are
I
in
am
this.
in line with a bowl. Full still.
Just
At the scrap
trade?
trader or back at the soup kitchen?
No, in the soup. In the soup.
Okay, he's back
With
back for
I
round
still
2.
have soup, and I'm in line.
okay. So I'm with
I've
you,
judged how
Thorkin.
big the line is, and I've decided.
Oh my gosh, did you guys ever go to summer camp where they had like candy bars and they would just hand them out like midday? I had this friend who kept like changing his clothes and like
Oh my
he'd put a hat
goodness.
on and go through the line and he, at the end of the day he had like 12 Snickers.
The thought occurred
I'm like, what
to
are you
me.
doing?
Jesse
Why
has
I
just
asked-
spiked his hair up and frosted his tips, and he's like, "I'm
Why
ready
I
for
asked about
round
the
2."
donation jar, because if it was there, I would have put in a generous donation. But as it is, until somebody like lets me know what's going on, or if I witness it, I'm just gonna get
Okay.
full.
She's just going like this.
As you walk up to the scrap trader, he's a slightly. He's tall for a human, big guy, big beer belly. He's got a leather apron on with no shirt underneath it. He's bald. He's got kind of a really small nose and kind of these big eyes, and he's just got this really distinct look. And he's got these, as you approach, he kind of looks over, and he's just got this kind of look to him that kind of you almost like stop in your tracks for a second as this guy stares at you, and he kind of just kind of watches.
Well, he notices me. I'm not gonna approach yet. I'm gonna watch other people interact with him. I just kind of want to see what he has in the shop before I talk to him.
Okay.
Because I'm not very good at talking, so
Make a perception check, Thorcum.
Oh, I'm not very good at perception checks. I see nothing.
Come on, Thorcum.
Hey.
Oh.
What is your roll?
8.
8. Okay. Well, it's not that you see nothing. It's just that you see nothing that strikes you as out of the ordinary, right? You're just kind of watching this guy interact with people, and people are literally bringing him like burlap sacks full of junk, like just metal, just random pieces of metal. Like one guy pulls out like a piece of stone, and then you hear them interacting, and he's trying to claim that this is a piece of a ruin, and from the one place and the thing, and the guy's having none of it, and he's like, no, I mean, this is a rock. Like, give me a break. Like, I can't. and you're just kind of observing these interactions, and and a couple people are asking, they're basically asking for goods. They're bartering for basic things like, sleeping rolls and bit tools and things like that, replacement tools, just kind of random goods, and each person seems to want something a little bit differently. The guy seems to have a pretty big variety of stuff, but what he's accepting in exchange for that just appears to be random junk. It's really weird.
Okay. I'll stay in the line. Wait my turn to kind of talk to this guy.
I look over and wave at you from my line.
Kins, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, I'm standing next to Jessie. I'm trying to talk to him. Kins is obsessed with spices, even though she doesn't make very good berries. She is very obsessed with spices.
What is this?
I don't know, but I think that we should take it back because it's so good.
It might be addictive.
You think so? I mean,
Okay,
to be fair, you've been eating my berries that are just like trash, supposedly flavored, but
Is that what was?
What?
Yeah.
I can give you a good berry
and
and you can like dip it in there and see if it tastes better.
later. Next bowl.
Belrissa, are you with them?
I'm gonna hang out with Vin.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, so I'm kind of just following Thorcum.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Kins,
Creepy
he
robot.
just said, didn't he say we could get some to make our own? He said that. He said grass weed or something.
I was like zoning out during that whole
Sorry,
conversation.
not there.
Because I really just want to find a nook to read the rest of my book. Like, I'm really interested in my book.
Oh yeah, you could probably read in the yurt.
Yeah, but I mean, this food is right here, so I definitely want to.
You want to bring it back? We can take it back to.
Oh,
Cause I still want to take my armor off.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, so I'll grab my bowl.
Okay, but wait, what? Do you see somebody who runs this? Where's that woman?
I'm still smelling it.
Kins, make a perception check.
Come on, 14.
14. You can see that inside the tent, the soup kitchen kind of setup is outside the front of this tent, and then back in the tent itself, you've noticed this as you've been milling around, but it's a bunch of spices. It looks to be like a place where you would go and purchase, like a spice trader, essentially. And you see that there is a hunched over, what looks to be an older woman who's just organized. Looks like maybe she's putting away some, pulling down jars and just kind of dealing with stuff. And she's back there, working through her inventory.
Oh, hey, there's like a spice lady over there. I mean, we could go ask her if she's Samira, or we could just buy spices. I think either way, we can go over there and see.
Hey, who is it? Which person?
You see that thing of spices over there with that lady?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should go over there.
Okay, after this trip in the line.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Smash cut. Back to
Oh my gosh.
the scrap trader. You finally wait your way in line. It takes about 15 minutes. Thorcum, you get you get up to the front, and you just. I've not seen you before. What you got for me? And quick out of character. Is 14 with you?
Yeah.
He is. He looks over and he goes, that's going to fetch you a lot. What are you looking for, huh? For that right there. And
not
sorry,
for
Vin,
sale.
are you there too? He's okay. So he's referencing as if Thorcum just basically brought him to robots, and he's like glancing back between Thorcum and Vin and 14. Just, huh? What do you want for those, huh?
They're not for sale. And then I reach back and just 14, and he opens his compartment and gives me the 3 like power cores I'd ripped out earlier, and I'll just put those on in front of him.
Where did you get these?
We found some robots that look like they were ripped apart in the desert.
Did you?
Yeah.
You sure you didn't rip them apart yourself, huh?
Hoof prints
No.
all around.
Yeah.
You know, hoof prints like, I don't know, horses or something.
All right, what are you looking for? I'll take these.
I don't know. What do you have?
I have anything inside the player's handbook equipment list. Allow me to point you to page 145. You can perhaps tell me what you're looking for.
I am actually looking for like artifacts of the snake people, the Thelusians. Like that's what I was just saying.
My friend, there's not a thing you're gonna find here.
Really?
All those go out west, out to the big man.
The big man. Who's that?
The man who pays us handsomely for all this junk.
Does he have a name?
The Tinker. You know who this is? Seems confused
No.
by your question.
I don't know who this is.
Where are you from? You don't know the Tinker, yet you come to my shop trading metals.
We came through Stillgate.
What else you got in those compartments, huh? You got more like that?
Not for sale, no.
That's a
Not for
shame.
trade.
You change your mind in Marrakesh. Give you a lot. Anything you need. But my friend, I cannot trade you these artifacts like you ask for. This
Okay.
forbidden. Those come in is one-way trade, you know.
Who takes them west?
The,
Do you?
the convoy, the trading convoys. Usually, the Tinker sends maybe once a week or so to retrieve new goods. And I trade those, receive new supplies, and we are all very well off because of it.
Do you have any potions for these?
What kind of potion you looking for? I might have a few.
I'll actually turn to Benny and was like, what kind of potions are you looking for?
I mean, health potions are always nice. Have anything that restores some health to folks?
Yeah, so he said
I
he's
actually need
got...
to look at page 145. Like, I don't know what else on like bedrolls.
I don't know if I got the page number right.
I know.
Probably pretty close. But he's got sort of like regular healing potions, and he essentially, because of the nature of what you're actually trading him, which is the power cores of those like that's actually a pretty valuable part. So he tells you he'll give you one lesser healing potion for each of those 3 pieces of scrap. That's his offer.
That's a good trade. And I'll as soon as we make the trade, and his name again was? I'll ask him that.
Marrakesh.
Marrakesh? Okay.
Marrakesh. Yeah.
Thank you. If you find anything else, I'll know who to come to. And I'll hand Vinny the healing potions.
Kind of eyes you as you turn around and just kind of nods. Just, all right, move. Yeah, this is it. Oh, yes, hey, just moves on to the next person. Pretty decent line. There's a lot of people coming in and out of the shop and trading. So he's definitely like the busy part of the market. He seems to be the center of the whole area. Belrissa, what are you doing? You're observing this. What do you see? How do you feel right now?
Probably a little overwhelmed, but excited. Do I see anyone selling like fancy clothes and pretty things?
Fancy clothes and pretty things. Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception check. 19.
19. Okay. Yeah. So you look around, and there's one shop in particular that appears to be selling textiles and blankets, and it's hard to tell. Like maybe a couple of shawls, just basically like cloth goods of various designs and these colorful patterns and everything. And yeah, you see it across the way.
All right. That's where I will go.
Okay. You walk over there, and there is a female human, and she's just sort of adjusting some stuff, and she's got across her shoulder, she's got a bunch of these blankets, and she's like kind of throwing them over this makeshift wooden rack, and she kind of looks up and says, "Hello."
Hey. Yeah. Hey, your merch is beautiful. My name's Belrissa. What's your name?
Nadi.
Nadi. Nice to meet you. So what do you make all of this?
Nadi. Want?
Yeah, does she have... I motion like, do you have anything for your head? Any cool hats?
And she goes back and pulls out this, basically this like long, it's this woven hat with just sort of these really colorful patterns woven through it. And she walks up and she's sort of showing you, she flips it inside out, she's showing you the stretchiness. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? And she reaches up and she just starts like putting it on your head, and she's like fixing your hair for you and, you know, putting it on and everything.
Maybe a little too colorful. And then I point to my clothes. I'm like, any like this color?
She pulls it back and she goes back, and a couple minutes later comes out with it's not quite as long and like, you know, I don't know what these hats are called. The long hats,
The
you know,
long-
with
What is
the
a long
fabric.
hat?
That's really helpful, I'm sure. She's got a smaller hat. It's a bit tighter, almost like a beanie, basically. But it's kind of a darker, not quite black, but like a really dark gray, almost brownish material.
It's like
And
a
she says,
beanie?
yeah, it's kind of like a... I don't know what
Is there
hats
any
are
sun
called.
protection with this?
Yes.
Search the hat names.
Oh, you're looking for like a sun, like a hat with like a sun
Like a
rim.
big
What do you
floppy
call-
sun hat, right?
Larissa's like, obviously. We're
I
the
could tell
desert.
you every component of a ship, but I can't tell you what this hat is called to save my life.
Is it a fez?
Maybe.
Little
A
Shriner
long
hat?
hat.
Yes.
Long, yeah.
Okay, she has a hat that you like, and she walks up to you, Belris. It's got a small brim on it, and it protects you from the sun,
Fantastic.
and it's called something. And she hands it to you, and she just says, "Huh?
Awesome. I have nothing to trade but money. So I pull out some like couple silver pieces. I'm like, eh?
She says, Huh? Huh?
Man, I got nothing. I have like
And she
Are
walks
we-
up and she puts her hands on your shoulders, and she smiles at you, and she like turns you around and pushes you out of her stall with the hat.
I look back like, are you sure? Thank you.
And she seems to respond, but it's in a language you don't recognize. But you have a hat, and she just gave it to you.
I run up to Vin. Vin, I got a hat. And it was free.
Belrissa, as you're running back, you hear what is unmistakably the clanging of weapons. You hear like cling, cling, cling. And, you know, having heard there's no fighting, it just catches your attention that there's clearly some something like
I
that
look
going
around
on.
like, crap, am I in trouble?
The guards are chasing you through the streets
Did
right
I
now.
steal this hat?
No, it's way away from you.
Okay.
It's like on the other side. It's over more near the yurts, kind of over by where the pool of water is.
Okay, then I will quickly message Vin and say there's some action going on. I'm gonna go follow it.
Yeah, and we're still pretty close, right? Because Thorkum's done with the other guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys would probably be working your way back up the.
I'm assuming I
market.
saw the hat thing from afar because I was keeping an eye on you while you were doing this. And so, let's talk about why no one in this place exchanges money. Like, what's up with that?
It's really weird. But
Nothing is like, how many things are free in life, Marissa? This is a lesson we learned in the city.
Well, the soup and the hat.
No things are free in life. Like, no things are free. Someone is paying for this.
Maybe
I
we
don't-
can pay them back somehow. I'm sure we'll pay them back.
Yeah,
I'm
because
sure
I
they
feel
need
like
saving from something or other, right?
we're like building up indebtedness to these people somehow, and we don't even know it. Like, expectations are being set upon us.
Speaking of-
well, we're gonna free them from the tinker.
Well, yeah, but they don't know that yet.
No,
Let's
but
keep moving towards this.
Hold that
sound.
thought. Hold that thought as we smash cut over to Kins and Jeshi, who are eating some soup, and they wander into this stall, and you see this this woman just kind of hunched over, just. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, we love the soup. So good, so good.
I ate too much.
I'm glad to
Glare
hear
at
that.
Jeshi.
I'm glad to hear that. It's very good. I made it myself. Well, I actually didn't make it myself, but it is my recipe, passed down through my family. So I'm glad that you like it.
Oh, he likes to cook too.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're a dwarf, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I am a dwarf.
Tell me, are there any dwarven stew recipes that you?
Yes. Several.
Exchange.
So my personal favorite is a rosemary beef stew. Have you ever had this? Some carrots,
Rosemary.
a little bit of potatoes.
She like looks around and she reaches up and she says,
Yes. It's very fragrant. It's very kind of a little bit different than your poke. But
"Poiki is
Porky.
poiki." No. Poiki.
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 Poiki. There you go. With the tongue.
Poiki.
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 Poiki. You make poiki
Poiki.
glassweed. And she reaches up
Glass-
without even looking. She pulls down. She says, "This is glassweed. You want
Okay.
some?"
Yes. What I have to offer you is anything you want.
Oh wait, he's this way.
But
She
what
just
would
kind of
you like?
laughs and she says, she just kind of laughs to herself and she basically says, like, write down that recipe for me and this is yours.
You got it. This is the way that I make it. So, like, some of my family members, a little bit more garlic than I use. But
She's
highly
super
recommend
engaged
it.
and like really interested and asks you loads of questions about, you know, how long you let it simmer and all, you know, all of
Yes.
these types of things. And I'd say you guys probably talk for like at least 15 or 20 minutes.
You want it to pull apart. So be like a cube, and then like you pull it apart. You should be able to pull it apart with your fingers.
It's very good as well.
Yeah.
So she happily accepts your recipe and in
This is the greatest
exchange
day of my life.
trades you a small bundle of. You've never seen this this plant or spice. It kind of seems like a dried. Probably at one point was a plant. It's got this very long, kind of slender grass-like leaves, and she sort of gives you, a bit of knowledge on how to use it, and gives you the recipe for how to make this poiki, this stew. So you'll have to try it sometime.
I can't. Excuse me.
Vinadil and
Let's just
Belrissa,
go this way.
as you're talking, you notice Kins and Jeshi kind of coming out of. They're still over by the soup kitchen, but finally come out as you guys are all chatting, and you all kind of come together at this moment.
Do we all hear the sound now?
Yeah, guys, over there. Cling, cling, clings.
Oh, that sounds bad.
You look
Let's go
over,
see.
and a bunch of people have started to like back up, and you can see there's like people trying to like look over the crowd and see what's going on.
This might be some sort of demonstration. Let's go see. Is Thorkum with
Maybe.
us?
I mean, do we
Okay,
have
Thorkum's
to?
with us. Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thorkum, can you put this
fine.
into 14's compartment, please? It's very precious to me.
What'd you get?
This is.
I can
this
carry
is
it,
basically
Jeshi.
gold. Okay, Kins, you can carry this for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll like open the little or whatever a little just to smell the spice one last
the
time before
spice.
putting it. Yeah.
Okay.
Before putting it in my bag.
Did you get soup spice?
Yes.
Oh. That lady
All-
was so nice. She was so
She
nice.
was
to
so
us.
nice. We talked soup. Apparently there's fighting over here. I'm in a pacifist mood. Whatever. Let him
How many bowls of soup did you eat, Jeshi?
4.
Oh my goodness. I guess. Oh.
It's a lot of soup.
I burned my tongue on the first one, so the other ones, were easier.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
It's probably like 3 p.m. like equivalent
Afternoon?
late
All right.
afternoon. Yeah,
All right.
Super
Start
hot.
walking towards.
the hottest part of the day, basically.
Ooh, cool hat, Belrissa.
Thank you. It was free.
Oh.
Well, I didn't have
Even
anything to
better.
trade, and I think she felt bad for me, so she just
Oh.
sent me on my way with it. It was awesome. So we'll have
Yeah.
to bring her something later if we have something.
Vinny, hand
People
me one of
love
those potions
stew
back.
recipes.
Do you have another one?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You want a potion of healing?
Yeah. Who else needs one?
Yeah. Who else needs one? We got 2 greater healing potions. I have 2 greater healing potions.
I feel like
I
I
have-
should
I have
carry
it.
one.
I have one as well. So yeah,
have
give it to
8.
Belrissa.
All right,
have
Larissa,
8?
go ahead. I have 8.
What?
You're
lesser
just hoarding
potions.
all the potions?
He's like, oh, we have all of these.
Yeah, I have 8 lesser potions of healing.
Couldn't swig one down to save your life, though, huh?
I had 0 then.
Jeshi.
So I had
So now he's
0
stocking
then.
up.
We have fixed that problem. Yeah. Does anybody want like a lesser healing potion? Do you want a couple of those too, Belrissa?
Yes, so I have a...
Okay. You can have 2. They're actually just potions of healing. That's the lowest form. It's just healing.
Okay.
And then
Just gonna
we
have-
have 2 graders. So
I'll
you can have
take
1 grader and 2 normals.
Sweet. So...
And then Thorkum, you want 1 or 2 normals?
I just want one of the small ones. I can heal myself.
One.
Oh, how fancy.
I don't need as much as you guys do.
Yeah. No, but yeah, he traded us the exchange guy had it. So we gave him 3 of
Nice.
the power cores, he gave us potions of
You
healing.
gave him the power cores.
Oh, those seemed important.
They were terrible.
When I get
okay.
it, I get it.
I don't know
get
anything
it.
about power cores. So.
They'll make new robots. We'll kill those robots. Get the power cores back.
Wait, you gave them
Boom.
power
More
cores to
healing
make new
potions,
robots?
More healing potions. More healing potions.
Thorkum did good.
The cycle of life.
He
the
found
circle of
out.
life.
You found a
He
game
found out
exploit.
I found game expert.
You found a dupe bug.
He resets every 6 days. We just have to come back with more stuff every 6 days.
Oh my
No, but he
gosh.
found the Tinkerer sends a group here to get materials every week or so, and then they take it back to him in his base to the west.
And I'm gonna kind of look around to see if anybody's like kind of listening in to what we're saying.
Yeah. Definitely being discreet here.
Okay.
While also walking towards the action.
Walking towards
Yeah,
you.
walk towards it.
Let's not forget that.
No, we're walking towards the. Like, I
right.
don't think it's a fight. It doesn't strike me as a fight. But anyway, let's
Sounds
walk
like a
towards. We'll
fight.
see. Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely sounds like a fight.
We're gonna take a 3-minute intermission, and when
Okay.
we get back, we're gonna find out what's going on
Dun, dun, dun.
over by
Yeah.
the thing.
It's a fight.
And talk
That's
soup
the-
recipes.
And what I'm gonna do is Google hats because it's
Nice.
bugging me. I don't know what this
I want to know
hat
what
is
the
called.
long hat is.
What is? It's like the the woven thing, and the dreadlocks
Improv
go
fail.
inside it, and it's like
Like a beret, kind of?
no.
Y'all are talking
She just wants
so
a
many
sun
different
hat.
kinds
Like, that's
of
what she
hats.
wants. She
Sun
just wants a
hat is
sun
all
hat.
we
That's all
want.
she wants. Yeah,
With
yeah.
the pointy top.
A sun. Okay, yeah. Belrissa's got like a
Sombrero.
goth sun hat for sure. That's what you got.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Kids
Little bit of
already
lace
started-
hanging from it.
Already started on
Make some
Photoshop
merch.
Thursday.
Already started.
Nice. Oh wait,
That's great.
I want- I'm gonna
I
look for
already. I'm also pretty
Didn't
sure
you
that
already
you
have
guys
a witch's hat
have had
too?
No, I've been looking for one.
Okay, okay.
like beef marigold stew or whatever it was that you called out there. Like I'm pretty sure that was a real recipe that Jesse was
Rosemary?
like.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
rosemary.
thank you. Noel gets it. It's like a Bob Marley like dreadlock kind of like
Beautiful.
colorful
Oh my
woven
goodness.
type of thing. That's why you were like,
I love
no, but thanks, and it like that. not really
like
my
the sun. I
style.
needed to
It's a
stop the
Rasta
sun.
hat for sure. Okay, we're gonna run an ad. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. But running the ad helps it so that other viewers don't have to watch one when they drop
We
in.
make
So-
you guys watch it so they don't have to.
That's right. You guys are the unspoken heroes here. So thanks, chat. I need to remember how to do this. How do I do it again?
I think it's /advertisement.
Slash
I don't know if that pops
commercial.
up. Commercial. There you go.
All right,
There
we'll be
you
back
go.
in like 2 minutes. Just gonna step up for a second. We'll see you in a second.
Did you find the hat, Jay?
It's literally called a Rasta cap,
Uh,
or also called a tam, T-A-M.
like a graduation tam.
I don't know. Is a tam?
It's
a
just
hat?
like a little thing that sits on
short for
top.
tam. It's a Scottish wool hat with a pom pom. No, that's not what I meant.
No, that's not. That's not. That's definitely.
Okay. Well, that's you ended up with a goth sun hat. For
Sweet.
Sure.
With the giant
It's like
brim.
a Cruella de Vil, kind of thing going on.
I'll find a picture.
Dalmatian spotted with puppies. No.
Okay, everybody back? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Good. Yes.
We're all a little bit smarter. Learned a little bit about hats.
It's not, okay, you confused me. The Scottish thing is not just tam; it's tam o'shanter.
Tam o'shanter.
Yeah, I was like, what? Tam.
What's what the Scottish leprechauns wear, Noel? Oh gosh, this guy. Okay. All right. Let's see. What do we want here? All right, I think we're good. So you guys approach this crowd, and you kind of have to shoulder your way through a little bit. There's clearly some sort of spectacle going on. And the Ring of Steel is your first introduction as you walk up. The brown-skinned tiefling stands in combat stance, ringed with young guards. In her hands, a long elven spear that she spins slowly, casually, letting the wicked pointed tip linger just in front of the faces of these young guards. They shuffle nervously, their own spears held ready. Cowards! You hear the tiefling hiss. It is 6 against 1. Who will be brave enough? Who here is a warrior? She looks around. A large, broad-faced young guard charges at her. The others raise their weapons and follow, closing the circle tight. They never stood a chance. She moves like a viper, her body a blur. Parry, hook, thrust. She drops 3 guards on their backs, tapping their copper helms with the base of her spear. She vaults off the shaft of her weapon, dropping 2 more with an aerial scissor kick. She lands on the balls of her feet and raises the tip of her spear to face the final assailant. As he stares at the weapon, going almost cross-eyed as he looks at it, the tiefling's tail snakes around his ankle and spills him on his back. The crowd laughs. a smile grows on her face, and she kind of raises a brow with amusement as he covers his face in shame. She says, I think it's back to practice for you all, huh? Dismissed. And as you all are standing at the edge of this crowd, she looks over. She sweeps the party with her gaze, looking across all of you. Her eyes linger pointedly on Vinadil for a minute, making no real subterfuge of it, before looking back around and addressing you all. There were rumors on the wind that we might see some new faces soon. Welcome to Catel's Oasis. And she does the tiniest bow, almost, as a formality, her eyes never coming off of you, spear never leaving her hand. She kind of just stands up tall, spear at the ready. Does anyone say anything? What do you guys do?
Yeah.
It's all you, Vinny.
Go for it, Belrissa.
You're like, hi. It's crazy that you heard that we were here, but we're happy to be here. I'm Belrissa, and these are my friends. And who are you?
She kind of, as you start talking, she listens, keeps her eyes on you, Belrissa, and then she walks up a little bit closer to you guys, kind of less formal, kind of approaches you as if to discuss. The crowd has begun to disperse, the spectacle over. The guards have gone back to patrolling. And she crosses the spear in her arms and she says, I am Catel. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. That was an amazing display there. It was great.
Are you thirsty? Come, I need some water. And could use a cold drink.
Let's go.
And she turns and starts to walk kind of towards that back area of the Oasis, where the pool of water is. What's everybody doing?
No problem.
That's Catel.
Sweating profusely.
Oh.
The meat sweats.
He's got the stew sweats.
You didn't change out of your armor, did
I was
you?
gonna say this could be your chance, Jesse. Just while we go to the water, you can just
Do you want
take a
to?
little
Do you want to
break.
go change real quick and meet us? Are you okay? Can you survive?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna have to make sure you get cleaned up.
I pressed
You're probably very
digitation,
smelly.
a tiny breeze up your armor.
A tiny breeze.
Oh,
The little cloth of your armor just starts flapping.
nice.
Just randomly. You don't walk too far. She leads you basically like a 2-minute walk, just kind of around the back of the crowd, and there's kind of an area that's cordoned off. There's some guards standing around, and there's a yurt, which you're now familiar with. And she walks up, and there's basically a pool of water, and she's got a handful of cups and reaches down, and she basically takes one and like kind of pours one over the top of her head. As you look at her, she's got dark brown skin, and one of the most distinguished things about her as a tiefling, which I don't know that all of you would have even seen any tieflings in your time. There would have been some in Great Haven, but very uncommon. You guys can decide if you've ever seen a tiefling before. But one of the distinct things about Catel is one of her horns is basically broken off / kind of filed down at the base. So she has one horn on the left side, but her right side is looks to have at one point been sheared off. She's an intimidating figure. She's wearing kind of a half plate, like a plate vest basically, and she's got this long spear that's probably 3 feet longer than she is, which she clearly wields expertly. But she walks up and just pours some water over her face, and then takes another cup and drinks it, and offers you guys, cups, and says, "Feel free to take a drink." And then she walks into the tent and basically expects you to follow her.
Is it what size is the tent? Is it larger?
It's a bit larger than the one you're staying in. It's the largest one you've seen, but it's not like massive. you know, it's still kind of in line with the rest of the stuff.
I'm gonna walk in, and Thorkim, I'm gonna assume you put 14 in like a guard by the door position. Is that your standard protocol? No, he's just gonna stick with you.
Before I walk in, so I didn't have 14 go into the yurt. So this is the first building he's been in. I'm gonna like look at Vin, and I'm gonna pull like a lever on 14, and you just like see his plates pop open, and then I'm gonna vent him, and basically get out all the sand. And then
Inside the building?
no, outside.
I
Okay.
was gonna say, I
Outside.
thought you were inside.
It sounded like you walked in and just went.
Yeah, I'm just
That would be
like,
terrible.
and then I just shut it down. It's like,
Oh,
sorry,
Vin, can you do that? Oh,
I don't think you can.
that would be
I'm
so
looking
cool.
at Thorkim. Like, is there?
Is there
Yeah.
a button to?
Where's my lever?
Where's the lever?
I didn't make you. I don't think you operate the same way.
I take the butt end of my hammer and kind of jam it where I saw him push.
Oh, ow!
Nope, you don't have a
That
button.
didn't work.
Ooh. But
All right.
yeah,
Well, I was
I'll
gonna
hit it.
follow. So basically, I kind of wanted to just follow and mirror 14. So wherever he stands, in relationship to you, Thorkim, I'm gonna stand opposite of that. I just want to see her response, like if she treats me like a person or like a robot. So, like a 14 robot. So, I'm just gonna kind of stand mirrored to 14.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't really seem to acknowledge one way or another. As you walk in, there's furniture. This is clearly like her, you know, her kind of private area. And as you walk in, you notice that several of the guards, the sidewinders, have just stood now in front of the main entrance. Not really in an intimidating way, more just kind of, you know, giving you privacy is kind of your perception. She walks in and she seems to have like a towel of some kind, and she's just drying off her face, and she looks back over and she sits down in a chair, just kind of throws an arm up and throws one leg over the other one, and spear kind of just casually leaning to the side. Very casual, very relaxed. She's just kind of eyeing the lot of you, her brow furrowed, just very, you know, the gaze kind of staring right through you as she, you know, is just trying to size you up. It's kind of the vibe you get. As a little bit of an awkward silence passes. And finally she says, "How did you get here? Anyway, my scouts tell me they saw you coming out of the dunes. Is that true?"
Yeah, we entered this area from what was the city? The dead city called?
Stillgate.
Stillgate. Yeah. So we passed through Stillgate, and then went through the pass, and there was this mountain thing, and then we met up with Saban. And he told us about the Oasis, your Oasis here. And he told us there were 2 ways to go. Well, he said technically 3, but no one takes the third way. And the third way was just straight through the desert. And we're like, why don't we just take the third way? Because the other 2 ways, one was like by a dragon, and the other one was by all like dangerous robots. So we decided to just go straight through.
So you're not afraid to take risks, are you? I like that.
Risks are fun.
I mean, I didn't want to go through the desert, but you know, we just go along. I go along for the ride.
I ate 4 bowls of pork cake today.
Oh, it was so good.
Well, that was pretty risky.
The path
was
you
worth it.
chose is ridiculously dangerous. Very few who leave the road are ever heard from again. Count yourselves lucky. Did you find anything interesting out there, huh?
Well, there was a sinkhole, and we got like buried.
So much sand and yeah, sinkhole was not fun.
Oh, and centaurs. Those were cool.
Hmm.
I look over at Vin. Give him like the eyebrow wave or raise.
I'm pretty much like deadpan. No, like I'm looking like 14. I'm doing my best 14 impression right now. So.
Vin, make a performance check to
Oh my gosh.
pretend that you're.
Yeah, you're not
14.
affected by that comment. No.
Natural 20.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're literally just like. You're like in robot stand. You're like.
That's right.
She's just
I am-
leaned back, kind of crossed her leg. The hand not holding the spear reaches out and just takes a sip of the cup of water, and she's just completely relaxed. And she says, "Before we go any further, we have one rule here, just one. My Oasis, there is no violence here. You will not fight. You will not steal. You will do nothing that would endanger others. And while you are here, you are under my protection. You break these rules, the penalty is exile, or perhaps I kill you. Are we understood?"
That sounds like a good deal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, so like, what if something bad is happening? Do we tell you? Should I like come and find you?
If you see something, say something.
Oh God.
No, she does not. She says, Jesse, she says to you, she says, "Oh, if there's something bad happening, then my men will see it long before you do.
Oh, what? Okay.
While you are here, rest, eat, trade, recoup your strength. You are under my protection. So, why are you here?"
Well, so we were in Portsmouth, and we were talking to these turtles, and they said that there was a town, like a big town, that was south. And none of us had ever even like heard of this town before.
I've just turned to Vin like, Vin. Oh my god.
Thornton is not enjoying this moment. The whole story? You go through the whole story?
Well, in episode 1, you see, we met.
Oh god.
Just the turtles, guys.
3 hours later.
Let me help you out. Why are you here specifically? Sorry.
So I'll say at this point, do you know Saban of the Bali?
You had me for a minute there, but I saw you walking earlier. She looks over, she calls in your direction. She says, Saban. Yes, I know Saban. Not seen him for a long time. Some of us Bali. Some of us trapped out east, some trapped out west. It's a difficult time to be traversing the sands. Yet you seem to have had no trouble, and that very much interests me.
Yeah. Everybody experiences trouble a little differently. We had some excitement on the way here. Met some of these centaurs. A few more, less, say, distinguished creatures that looked something like me. And we recently traded some of their parts with your exchange merchant. And yeah, Saban is one of the reasons we're here, and those metal creatures that seem to be littering the desert are maybe another reason why we're here. seems you have a bit of a robot problem in the south.
That depends who you ask. Perspective, perhaps.
Saban seemed trapped. He did not want to go anywhere near the robots.
Saban is trapped by Lazanax, the dragon.
Oh.
Not by the Tinker's machines. Though, some might argue, equally as dangerous.
Yeah, he told us stories of this dragon.
Yeah, we heard.
One of
about
them
the
even
dragon.
seemed to involve you. He said you might be one of the only people alive who's seen this dragon.
The dragon is a very big problem for us. But Lazanax would prefer that everyone thought of him as a much bigger problem than he actually is. Let me say that.
So he's like small.
A baby dragon?
Dragons are not small, my friend.
Yeah.
So why,
But
why
he's,
haven't you...
oh,
sorry.
sorry. No, you go. Go
I was
ahead.
going to say, so why haven't you taken care of the problem yet?
Because I cannot fly. You see, he might
Fair
not be
enough.
that big, but he's smart.
Flying is super cool.
And perhaps I could dispose of this problem, but I put the Oasis at great risk if I fail. Lazanax, fly right over my head, destroy everything here while I'm away. That's a great risk. It would be a great boon if someone else were to take care of this problem for me.
So if he's not a big problem, do you have any big problems?
You might say I have a lot of problems, all at the same time. That create a bigger problem. She says, but I want to know more about your problems. Why come here? Do you know how many people have come through the North Pass and traveled through the deep dunes to come to my oasis? How many people have done that in my lifetime?
Not a lot.
I'm guessing 5, maybe 5 people.
She says,
Wait, but we're 5 people.
Yeah, Vin's like, what? Or Jesse is.
Oh, Raikkonen maybe 6.
She says, you're not the first, but there have not been many. And nobody
That's
comes here
curious.
without purpose. So tell me.
Yeah, I came for the stew mostly.
We laugh, but that's probably more true than we would like to believe. But I'm going to point to Thorkim and say, as it turns out, someone down here has stolen something that belongs to our friend. And we've come to get it back. Perhaps trade. Perhaps not.
She, are you still standing in the corner going like this? Or-
No, I'll
Pretending to be a
Like,
robot.
no.
you join the conversation?
I'll just move up to the
That's not
conversation.
good
Yeah,
pretend.
yeah. As soon as I started talking, yeah.
Oh, man.
She
Stole
she
something
sits up for
belonged
the
to
first
our
time and she kind of leans forward. She's very casual and just relaxed with the way she, her posture in general. She kind of leans forward with her hands on her knees, and her spear, she lays it down next to her, and she just kind of leans forward. She says, somebody in the desert stole something from your friend, and you've come to retrieve it. Okay. That's a dangerous trip. Must be something very valuable.
Yeah, perspective, right? Everything has value in its owner's eyes.
We all have our secrets. I simply wish to know what dangers you may have brought into my oasis. And she looks at you, Vin, and she says, I know somebody who would be very interested in you.
As it turns out, we might be very interested in him.
We speak of the same man, then.
Does his name, if his name starts with a T.
Lights up. No.
Oh my god, I just got the worst, like, little gnome with Mr. T haircut. Mr. The Tinker. Sorry. I'm staying quiet.
She looks at you, Vin, and she says, what do you know about the Tinker? She looks at you, Thorcum. Her eyes dart for a minute to 14, and then back to you. And then back to Vin.
I'll kind of roll my eyes to Vinny.
Yeah, I mean,
Let me start
What-
here. Is it Tinker or Tinkerer? Tinkerer? Tinker. That's how much I know.
we know that what he's doing, though potentially beneficial in a way to many people in the South, carries great risk. There are some in the North, I'll glance over at Thorcum again, who have a longer history with his kind of, let's say, experimentation. And it generally turns out poorly, particularly for the more biological entities, you know, the flesh and blood types. And, well, we want to make sure he doesn't repeat those mistakes from the past. And as we said, he also stole something specific that we need to get back.
It's very cryptic, but I guess I understand. Well,
To be clear, we've never met him, so try not to pass too much judgment. We've met a few of his robots. They seem to be a little antagonistic, you know, but perhaps they're just misunderstood, as robots can sometimes be, right?
I don't know about that. They're bad robots.
This again.
But
she says,
but we do know that he needs to stop trying to put broken souls into machines, and we need to retrieve the stolen part that he took.
Mm-hmm.
We do know that.
she says, the machines are chaotic. Some of them are helpful, most of them are not, and most of them are dangerous. Though, what was here before them was much more dangerous. So, perspective. The Tinker, for whatever his reasons, has corralled the hordes of undead into the western half of the desert. It is because of him you've probably run across none of these. In place, occasionally, there are these machines who attack when maybe they're not supposed to. But in place of what was here before them, the Tinker has done us a great service. He has also... And she kind of glances away and doesn't finish that thought. Makes a bit of a face and kind of comes back and she says, so what's your plan then? You can rest here as long as you need.
Now speak up for the first time. It's like, we will not be staying long, I think. When is the next caravan of his coming in?
Tomorrow night. And with it is Valk, the Tinker's first lieutenant. Him and I are to have a meeting. Were you going to say something?
No, I'll keep quiet on that. Again,
Don't fully trust her.
If I may be speaking out of turn here, but if you could help us with our tinker problem, perhaps we could help you with your dragon problem. And I look at everyone. Right?
Yeah, dragon. Yes. I haven't really followed what's been said in the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, Jeshy's in a food coma right now.
She says,
Difficult.
she says, she looks over at Thorcum again and at 14 and then kind of glances at Vin and then just back to a lot of you and she says, I have a feeling that Valk would very much like to meet you. I'm meeting him tomorrow to discuss what we're to do about this dragon. And she
Let me toss this at you. Let's say we pop by tomorrow. Valk is here, you're here, we're here. Valk attacks me. Am I supposed to just like sit there because of no violence? Or like what would be your suggestion? I call out. Is there like a good word for that? Because like
she just
my
says
instinct is to smash him if he starts attacking me, but I don't want to break the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Like
She just-
I don't want to.
She says, Valk will not attack you. Valk knows better.
Oh,
When you meet at Catel's Oasis, I guarantee the safety. He's coming here to meet. He will not bring violence, and neither will you, and neither will I.
oh,
Him and I have matters to discuss, and she looks again at Vinadil, and she says, and if you wish, I can introduce you. Perhaps you can
yeah.
discuss your problems you have.
I'd love to meet him. How far is this like? Let's say we go outside the gates. Could he be waiting there and then just like kill us? And then you're like, well, whatever. Like where does this happen?
Just,
I'm
How far
concerned.
does your protection stretch?
where can I punch him right in his face?
Where is the safe
Maybe I'll
zone
be the
for
one that gets
punching?
punched. I don't know.
She seems almost insulted by your question, Jeshy, and has started ignoring you entirely.
Okay.
So she looks back and she basically says, she says, actually, I don't think she says anything. She just kind of waited. Sorry, I'm thinking about this situation here. As Jeshy has just basically like said that. She
Wait, let's be clear. I said, is he gonna attack me if I leave the city? I'm not planning to attack. I didn't say anything about
No, I know.
him
I
first.
understand,
Okay.
but she seems annoyed at the implication that you're going to expect and or cause violence immediately
Understood.
upon leaving her oasis.
Understood.
But she ultimately turns and she begins to stand up and pace the room a bit. And she says, traveling west is borderline impossible. But if you made it through the deep dunes, then perhaps it's no big deal for you, huh? You can stay here as long as you need. You're safe. You can rest. Decide what you want to do. Tomorrow, the caravan will arrive, and with them will be Valk. And when he sees you, she looks at Vin, he is going to want to have a conversation. He will not be violent. He understands the rules. You can hide. I have no interest in telling him if you wish to remain unseen. Or I will invite you to discuss whatever it is you need.
You said you were having a conversation? Apparently Valk has been having troubles with this dragon also?
The message I received is that he wishes to discuss a slowdown in production for the man he works for, caused by not just this dragon, but disturbances from the centaurs in the south as well. They are very territorial. Sounds like you've seen this a bit yourself. Valk is, as I understand it, handles operations for the Tinker. He is ensuring that things go as they're supposed to. And the dragon causes us all many problems. And there's no easy solution. So, that is what we intend to discuss.
Well, as it so happens, we are a group that has gone on some adventures and done some work from time to time. I mean, we travel, and so though we deeply appreciate the hospitality we found here, where everything seems to be relatively available for people like ourselves, if there was anything that you had need of in the outskirts, the surrounding areas, I mean, I understand it's difficult for you to leave yourself. I mean, dragons are a tall order, obviously. That would be something we'd have to discuss. But if there's anything else in this area that you might need, please consider us potentially available for that kind of work. I'd be interested. Has this Tinker been a man of his word? I understand he's done a great service for you, but has he, I don't know, expanded on his initial thoughts or desires or agreements with you, or does he seem to be content in his little western part of the world as far as you're concerned?
She thinks about your question for a second and she says, 2 years ago when he showed up, half the Bali were starving and being ravaged by these hordes of undead. This man, he comes, and she stops for a second and she says, I've not met him. No one has. He remains in his carriage the first time he comes, but his lieutenants, they come, they offer trade for the things the Bali are working with, finding day to day. They say they can bring food, they say they can bring equipment, the things that we need to survive. But most importantly, they say what they intend to do for the desert is to eradicate the dry walkers, to make it safe again, to bring the world back to what it once was, where people can live in peace, in safety, raise their families. I remember laughing at this. But 2 years it's been. And unless you venture far out west into the sandstorms, you will not find any of the dry walkers. There are always dangers. But it was far worse before he came. He has built many of these machines, and they have become, in some cases, quite dangerous. Erratically so. On many occasions, The Sidewinders have to prevent them going berserk and attacking. But I will take that any day over what it was like before. You can't imagine.
Yeah. You haven't been to the north for a while. We might
Yeah,
imagine.
undead are worse than robots.
Yeah. There are literally thousands of them walking the lands up there.
She gets up and she paces around, and she seems to be getting a little bit, a little less relaxed as the conversation is going on. And she says, "We cannot fit any more Bali in here. We're squeezed from the north. The machines push east. We are..." And she just trails off and says nothing.
I'll kind of tap Vin, kind of give him a look about. I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yep. Well, we appreciate your hospitality. And if we can do anything to help you find more room for your people, let us know. Maybe for now, we appreciate your offer to keep our presence here quiet. And we'll think about how we want to introduce ourselves to Valk. I'll just be honest. I think if he discovers myself or my friend here, and I'll point to 14 and Thorcum, it might change things not just for us, but for your whole Oasis. I'm not sure he would be merely satisfied with just a conversation. So we want to think about that before we speak to him. But for now, we will enjoy your hospitality and go back to the yurt that Yidris so kindly sold to us for merely 1 gold piece. It's very, very generous of him.
Oh my
And,
god. Tell on him.
She, yeah,
Then
she...
I'm going to do a slight bow, kind of mirroring the one that she did for us. Yeah.
Yep. She kind of like regains her composure a little bit and kind of stands up in this kind of casual, don't give a crap kind of pose, spear at her side, and just kind of looks you over and enjoy yourselves. And please, have as much stew as you want. You are safe here. And then she walks over and just kind of pulls the thing open for you.
Okay.
All right, I'm leaving anyway.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Awkward conversation.
I'm gonna. We can't understand their
Yeah.
language, can we? I'm gonna ask Belris to just kind of whisper, like, "Does Siggy happen to understand their language?"
Dick.
Who
Did you
knows
know
what
what
this
that
can-
hat lady was saying?
Something, have this hat?
You couldn't understand her language, though, could you?
I mean, I understand body language, and she was clearly, giving you a hat,
Yes. That she was. Okay.
Yes, no,
you know.
that's okay. All
Yeah,
done,
it's a
Ziggy.
no.
Hey, I mean, what else do you really need to know, You know what I mean?
Vin's like, okay, you're dismissed.
I would love to be able to know what they talk about when we leave that room. Clearly, something's. Yeah, I mean, we can wait till we
Ziggy,
get back to our room, but
you could stay in case they speak in English.
Or I could stay with you. I mean,
Or
I could also do that.
Or you could stay safe with me. Yes, you could.
But hey, you need me to do something extremely dangerous,
Hi, Ziggy.
and
you can turn invisible.
Yeah,
what's
fine.
You could be an invisible spider.
You want me to violate the trust of the person who just like was super nice to you? I'm all about. Listen, I'll do whatever you ask me to do. All right,
Yeah.
I'm here for you, Belrisa. Okay.
Yeah.
You can stay with us.
Back to the yurt.
We won't spy.
But don't let me
go.
influence.
We won't
what, I mean,
sacrifice Ziggy, I guess.
Hey, listen. You know, I'm just
They
saying.
won't know you're with us. You're just a weird demon cat. It will just be, yeah.
Anyone could have you
Yeah.
with them. Oh, my goodness.
All right, so you guys head back out,
Yeah,
and
so-
you're kind of just walking along the edge of the water. You're kind of in the yurt area right now. What do you guys want to do?
I'm filling up my water skin for one, because I've had like stale druid water.
Excuse me,
The
the
white
water
base.
is just fine. It doesn't have sewer, okay? The water is clean.
the water is
berries are
amazing.
not.
Is there like a bath? Is there a bathhouse?
It comes from nature.
Like, I don't want to like take a bath in their drinking water. Like, is there like a bath place?
Do you?
Yeah,
like,
don't you
voice
rest?
this?
Yes.
Do you like voices?
No, I'm talking because I'm thinking for Jesse. Like Jesse wants to like get
Oh,
out of his armor,
Jessie.
and he needs to do more than that. He needs to like bathe. So like, let's get Jesse a place where he can like get
scared.
clean.
Am I the only stinky, sweaty one? You've
Yeah.
all been you're a robot, so you're gonna rust if you go in the water.
What you
mean-
see people doing are basically taking like basins of water kind of to a different area and using that to bathe and not literally like bathing in the water
In the
itself.
Oasis, right? Okay.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, let's take some time and relax. Let Jesse get out of his armor, and then
Hey,
Go back
Kings,
to the
when-
yurt
when
and
you
And then
talk.
I'm gonna read a
later,
book.
Can you read out loud to me?
It'll take me so much longer to read out loud.
gonna fall asleep.
Can I just give you the cliff notes after I read the whole book?
That's
I'll just
fine, I
like
guess.
summarize it.
What's happened so far? What's going on so
Unfortunately,
far?
Jessie, there's no pictures. I don't know if you're gonna like this
It's
book
really
very
hard because
much.
there's like exercises, so I have to be very focused on doing those exercises. And so I'll just give you like the summary of my experience, and then I don't know.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that in stark detail.
Oh, okay.
Before you get to that, Ziggy, are you a fiend?
Oh my god.
Are we back in the yurt when you have this conversation, or are we still walking?
he's just
Were we close to the yurt?
You were
We're close to the
You
yurt,
were
yeah.
fairly close to.
You're in,
Yeah, I
like,
could
Yurt
say you're
village.
back.
I'm in the yurt taking off my armor. I'm gonna go.
And you're
out
like,
to
oh, by the way,
water.
Ziggy, are you a fiend?
And Ziggy, are you a fiend? So, by the way, before you answer that, I think that Cattell was a tiefling. Have you guys ever met a tiefling? That was super cool. She was like really cool. She didn't like me that much, but I've been there before. I'll win her over.
I wonder what happened to our other horn.
I did notice that horn.
It was like it got maybe the dragon.
Did
ate
it? I was gonna say,
Ooh.
did it seem like a recent wound or something like more from childhood?
I don't know.
Probably older.
Okay.
She seemed pretty badass. You think that's? Do you think that spear was magic? I thought about asking her, but then I was like, I don't know. I don't want to like intrude.
Hey,
Yeah,
my
I mean-
hammer talks. Can it talk to your spear?
I was gonna tell her like, hey, I also have magic weapon. Like we should talk magic weapons together, but you
Well,
know.
she's like pretty anti-violence in this area, so I think that she got pretty
I'm
annoyed.
also anti-violence. Thank you.
Are you?
I-
What?
But
Do you know what
It's
those
so
words mean?
it just happens that my best tool against violence is other violence.
Is
But if I could
smashing
choose
people in the
tonight-
face.
I don't know if you guys have
Counter-violence.
noticed this, but I frequently block things. I'm like, boo, boo,
I think
block with my shield.
Both of you enjoy violence, and yeah. it
Me and
doesn't matter.
Cattell?
Yeah,
I thought she liked me. Maybe she didn't.
I think
Maybe
she's
she didn't.
psychotic.
Oh,
psychotic.
well
I did
then.
not get that read off of her.
No, I didn't either.
I think she is stressed.
I think Vin is psychotic.
We
Yeah,
know.
he has glowing red eyes. It's a fact.
He's definitely
don't
getting there.
He's
I'm
just
gonna-
stabbing his pillow right now.
Ah,
I'm gonna go out in this water.
Doing
but
my
I'm gonna leave you
exercises,
all with
doing
this
my
thought,
exercises.
which is okay. The Tinker has done more against the undead than Raikkonen ever did. He's living with them.
Hold up. No one has seen the Tinker. None of them have seen the Tinker or met him.
Yeah. Anyone else thinking
Well,
this
I
is
tried to,
Raikkonen?
What if Raikkonen? Yes, I'm thinking that Vin, Raikkonen is the Tinker. That's what I think.
I mean, there's some plot
The
holes
guy's
in it.
super
Like,
grumpy. He was all about this. He sent us on this mission, and we just accepted it. We're gonna meet him in the end.
He
That's-
sent us
that's
on a
Vince's call.
mission to defeat himself.
Well, wouldn't that
He
mean
probably thought
Kira-
that we would die in the desert. I don't know.
Doesn't that mean Kira is in like a lot of danger? I knew it.
it would mean
You told him that you would kill him if Kira
He's
was
dead for
Okay,
sure.
I know the hags did a number of your ability to
Look,
trust.
don't
I
trust
don't trust-
anyone anymore.
I remember we have a pretty good idea that, you know, Raikkonen's trustworthy, at least from.
Oh, that's right.
He was
Jesse's
not zoned
hammer.
of truth. Though.
Oh, but Jesse's
Oh, the
hammer,
hammer.
did speak
Then
for him.
I kind of fell asleep, so I don't know the rest of those details. But I don't think.
Yeah.
Let's not.
I don't
go
know. I
hypothetically,
still don't.
though.
I still don't.
Maybe
like
it's his
Raikkonen.
twin brother. Mm-hmm.
Let's do what.
I
no.
think yes. Okay. Well, we're gonna crack this
You know
case,
what?
Finn. I know we are.
I'll figure it out after I bathe. I always think best. I always think best when I'm bathing.
He's so what I imagine is like as he's peeling this off, it's like a teenager like taking off their shoes.
Ew.
Jessie
I don't
is
understand.
probably like,
Am I actually
right.
the only
I'm
stinky
like,
one?
I'm like, please leave.
Everyone else is in like, you know,
Light
decent
armor.
Yeah, light armor, whatever. Yeah.
All right, well, fair enough.
Why did you want to know if Ziggy is a fiend?
Don't destroy Ziggy
because I was
yet.
gonna threaten him.
Oh, okay.
Don't you threaten my
I,
Ziggy?
as a paladin, and also my hammer, can absolutely destroy fiends at any moment.
You can come back, you know.
Yeah, but the last time was bad. And by the way, I'm not so sure that Ziggy isn't evil.
Oh,
I covered
Ziggy
Ziggy's
can hear you right
ears.
now.
How dare you say that?
So as you
didn't
know,
mean it,
I
Ziggy.
have a power to like sense undead, right? So I'm like,
Oh my god.
I can just be somewhere and I'm like, "Phew," and I sense undead.
Mm-hmm.
Now, undead, very bad, yes? Yeah, agreed.
There's
Yeah.
multiple kinds of undead. We've already
No,
established
agreed.
this.
They're
Yeah.
all bad.
Most undead bad.
When I do that as well, because undead are bad, it's kind of like my god is sort of like, well, yeah, undead are bad, but right next to their badness are fiends. Both bad. Horrible, one might
Oh
say.
my gosh.
And I can sense both. And so for the past, I don't even know how long, since the tree incident, I've been getting 2 pings. Ziggy, Vin. Ghost, fiend.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm
I
sorry
know
your
that-
bad radar is
Look.
malfunctioning.
We all have fatal flaws, you know. So I make trash berries. Vin is a robot. Ziggy
Wait, what's
can
my
be
fatal
annoying.
flaw?
I don't know. Shasha, you pick your favorite fatal flaw. But
For myself?
we need
Too
we need
handsome.
each other to survive. So we can't kill Ziggy or do anything bad to Ziggy.
I'm not
He helps
actually,
us.
Also,
Kids, I'm
remember.
actually gonna hurt. I'm just trying to. He's very mean to me.
Yeah, Ziggy, you can lighten up a bit. To be honest, both of y'all can lighten up on each other a bit. You don't have to like be best friends, but there's some tension here that needs some resolving. Jessie, go hug Ziggy. Be best friends.
I'll settle for a handshake.
Go bathe.
All right. Fine. Bye, Ziggy. See you later. Don't touch Dark Forge, you might die. Okay, bye.
Did he leave the spice here?
I have the spice.
Okay, can I see that for a second?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'm going to actually magically infuse the smell onto like I'm just gonna take like a random object and just put it on the table and I'm like, Larissa, can you do that wind thing again? Just blow all the air out of this room. Like over this over this smell.
Are you making potpourri?
He's making incense.
Yeah, he's making.
I was just like, oh.
Yeah. I'll press the digitation. Some stink out of here.
Oh dear.
Also, I put Joshi's boots outside the tent.
I
So-
appreciate everyone's discretion as you talked for me. You know I'm not great at that. But also, I don't think we should be here long.
Do you think we should leave before the guy gets here from
I
the
don't
Tinker?
think I don't think these are the allies we're looking for. They benefit from the Tinker. It's
They
gonna be a hard
do.
sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the centaurs,
Ooh.
they don't like the Tinker.
And they don't. I mean, they're
Where are we
wild
gonna
cards
find them
though.
again, though?
Like they
South?
don't care about the Tinker. They just want the robots gone. I don't know.
More of a wild card than somebody who looks you up and down, basically assessing your value to her situation.
Yeah,
she
no.
seemed like she was gonna offer you to, like,
Yeah.
exchange here, have this robot.
There's totally some some duplicity here, potential.
I don't know if it's that much of duplicity, but she's under a lot of pressure, and
Yeah.
we're not.
That's
her
my thing
friends.
though. Like, what's the win? Like, does she think that the Tinker's gonna then turn his robots off and let her people go back out? Like,
I don't know. I
Yeah.
really don't.
yeah.
I think he would have gotten the clear impression that she is kind of squeezed, right? I think you're spot on with her feeling a bit stressed and pressured. You probably would have gotten the impression from the conversation that, like, she's conflicted that the Tinker is providing these benefits and has generally made the desert a lot safer than it once was, but he's also sort of pushing east as time goes by. And now that the dragon has come down north, you know, she's doing her best to provide protection for these people, but is kind of like in a rock and a hard place, and is not necessarily an ally or an enemy of anyone, but is just kind of trying to figure out what the heck to do, you know?
Yeah, and that's exactly. It's like she doesn't know us. She has no reason to trust us. We
Yeah.
could. Her giving us to the Tinker could ease her situation. Like, we're in danger here.
So what do you think?
But it was good that you mentioned that she might put herself in danger just by having what. That was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
no,
This is why I
I-
like you talking.
I fully believe the Tinker would bring all of his robots to this place and tear it apart, looking for 14 and I.
You did a good job too, Marissa. Not like you're better talking than I am. I'm not trying
Any
to-
chance of a dragon being an ally?
Oh,
My gosh.
he does want
I-
to take over.
So
So
the
if
Are
Tinker-
Thorcum and I the only ones who don't want to see this dragon right now?
So what?
Okay, Thorcum wants to see the dragon. Let's go.
Vinny, what do you know about dragons? Specifically the blue.
they fly,
Yeah, that's not.
That's all you need.
and they're blue,
Dragons.
and she seemed to think he.
Let me put it this way: we're unsure about Raikkonen. We're unsure about the Tinker. We're unsure about the, Lady Death. We're very sure that dragon is bad news. I don't think there's any.
Oh, dear.
If there's one thing in this entire
Yeah. that we're certain
universe
about.
that you're sure about,
All right, I
If
popped
there's
back in.
something you would want
it's
to
that
shoot,
the dragon
it was
is your
coming after
ally.
you.
Guys,
It's
I'm
okay
thinking,
to shoot that. Yeah.
now that I'm clean, I think we should ally the dragon.
Oh my god, no.
He's just like talking right as
Look,
he's coming to the tent.
we could go up there, right? Maybe we kill him, maybe we ally him. We leave it up to, like, kind of whatever the situation is.
Flip a coin.
Oh.
And if we do end up killing him, then all, like, the Bali will be on our side, and maybe then they'll help us take out the Tinker. And if we don't kill him,
And
then
if the
we're
dragon
friends
kills
with
us
him.
all.
Is he really gonna kill us all?
Okay. Whoever
Some?
survives.
What?
Whoever survives.
This is not. Oh.
Okay, are they really that dangerous? She said she wasn't like that big of a problem. Just like a mostly big
Well,
problem.
if she, the badass lady, can't take care of the dragon, then
Because
Why-
he flies, which
I-
I'm not sure we have
She
a way
would-
of stopping flying things either.
She
Yeah.
could flip and crap
Kids can
all over
fly.
the place. She would get fried.
yeah, but I get punched every time I fly. So
I really don't want to.
You don't. Okay, so
Thorgum's
dragon.
like,
All right.
please,
We'll move dragon
please.
to like plan C. All
Why
right. We
get
always
dragon?
you always do the
Befriend
backup
dragon?
plan.
All of
Yeah.
these are really bad ideas.
And maybe we can take out the dragon on our way out after we take out the tinker then.
There's no reason to.
Let's just come up with a good plan here.
Something
So-
we are known to do.
So Thorkum, you're leaning then towards the centaurs as potential allies. I mean, do we all agree that we can't just march into the Tinker's fortress and take back the core?
Yeah, I mean, there's
Like-
got like hundreds of robots probably.
Yeah, I mean that just seems like madness.
Well, so the other thing, the reason I want to take out the dragon, if he's pressuring the Tinker, if he's hurting him in some way,
Yeah, that's true.
that's a win-win. Do we have
What-
to ally with the centaurs? No, but we may be able to also point them in his direction.
Well, that's my thing. We need them to get more aggressive against the Tinkerer.
I
Like,
do have one plan,
Ooh, tell us.
okay,
and I take
Not
the
a
thumper,
secret plan.
I take the thumper out of 14. Do you remember this?
Nope.
the armies of undead that she's talking about. What if we could call them down on the Tinker?
Yeah, we're not.
No,
using
no,
that.
no, not us. Not us.
The
I don't want to use
centaur?
it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, what? You want to call the armies of the dead on the centaurs?
No.
No. You want
I
to
want
give
to
it to them?
explain. I want to explain what it is to the centaurs and let them use it, if they so choose.
Oh dear.
Look, there's something that I think we all know about the undead. They can't be controlled.
Jeshi, what is the Tinker doing to the undead? Do you remember this point?
He's jamming them into Vin bodies.
What are the robots?
They're
Yeah,
Vin body
he's
holders.
controlling the
Vin
undead.
soul holders.
What is the best thing we could do? I'm gonna say, what if the undead fought each other, Jeshi?
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Sounds like robots already won that battle to me.
I don't think they did.
You think they killed all of them? So you're saying there might be an army, like, or at least
I
like a
think-
horde of undead out to the west that we could call down on his
This is what I think.
temple?
Raikkonen. I don't know this guy from Jack. What if the Tinker has been popping souls into these robots forever, cranked all the undead that he penned up and domesticated into these things? He's already done. They're all
There are no more
robot
undead?
ghosts.
Why?
Robot ghost Scorpion. Robot because he can control them better.
Why?
Like just like Raikkonen controls Vin.
No.
Okay.
Raikkonen does not control me.
Oh no.
What
Here, let me
if
see your eyes, Vin. Okay.
what if
They
we
look normal.
what if we give Vin to the tinker?
Whoa.
And
Now we're
then
talking.
from the inside, Vin can sneak through, steal back Thorkum's thing, and then escape.
I thought you were wanting to save your cousin.
Oh man. I don't think Vin's that strong. No offense. I don't think you're that strong.
I considered that. And I think it would work for his robots.
See?
But there's no way it would work for him and his lieutenants.
What if he's a robot?
He is not a robot.
Okay. He's definitely a robot.
No, I don't. Especially even with the way that what is her name? Good grief. Catal?
Samira?
Catal. No, Catal.
Oh, Katir. Oh yeah. Samira's the person we talked to.
The way that Catal
Yeah, exactly.
looked at me, it's clear that they have been talking about what they're searching for. Which is interesting because I represent the Thulesian. How did he get your? I don't even think he knows about your people, Thorkum. The more I think about it, I wonder if he even knows about the dwarves.
He knows of them. You remember that? What was that weird guy's name? Jeep.
Yeah.
Jeep was not weird.
There's
He was
nothing
fine.
weird about Jeep. Right?
I could
Perspective.
if
my
that was
friend.
common, if that was common, I couldn't understand him. But so I like to live. I told you that a couple days ago. But perhaps too much.
Yeah, you're a little obsessed with life, but okay. But we all have our flaws.
Yeah, I like living. Like I've lived for a long time. Sometimes the best way to take care of a problem is to create problems.
Oh my gosh, the centaurs didn't even seem to like us that much.
Exactly.
Oh god.
But who do they hate more? Wait to
Hey,
14.
Remember that mirror thing where like Vin was trapped and that was a problem, and then
You
he
think
just
that's the
died?
answer to our problems?
He just caused
The third
other
way.
problems. So I like this train of thought.
Well, but Finn already died once, and we haven't completed the first mirror problem.
Yes, but have we thought of this idea? What if the Tinkerer in Tinker House has an even better version of this Vinadil? And then if this Vinadil gets killed, Vin's soul pops into the good one. Boom, we've taken over 2 birds with 1 stone.
I don't think Vin can control where his soul goes. I think that's what he's been saying this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think he has
How is he
anything to like
controlling
Vin, because he wouldn't be
Oh,
searching
well,
the desert.
I don't know. I
as
don't know
hard
how
as he is.
magic works
Okay,
with robot
okay.
stuff.
So, let's talk tactics here. You guys, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Pull
guess
out the
so,
head.
Thorkum.
I'll pull out one of the heads
Yes, charge.
that I took off the bodies in there. All right. So,
What?
how do we create more problems for the Tinker? One, we get the centaurs to attack him more. Don't do anything about the dragon. And then what if we entice him with something to make him commit somewhere else? He's looking for this. You saw the way that
that's right, okay.
everyone looked at Vinny.
Yeah.
Oh, that head that you have.
I can make it inert. He won't be able to. He's an amateur. He won't be able to do anything with this. But what if we could drop a hint as to where we found it, and he commits to the north?
To where Dragon is?
Yeah.
What if we found it in Stillgate? That was a crazy place. Plus, the Tinkerer already lives there.
Yeah, convenience right there. Right?
2 birds, 1 stone.
I'm like, I'll just turn to Jesse. I was like, "Do you want Stillgate to like somehow break loose?"
I hadn't thought of that. No, I do
Let's-
not know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
In the same way that I don't want you to unleash the
Desert.
machine that summons undead.
Desert.
Oh gosh.
I'm not. We cannot take this man by himself. I don't think anyone's gonna help us here.
Yeah.
The centaurs can't really be trusted. The dragon absolutely can't be trusted. The Bali don't fight.
So do we want to send? You're saying we want him to send a bigger force against the dragon?
I want to put him into a frenzy. He's looking for this.
Mm-hmm.
If we
Yeah,
can
so
get
we
rid
had
of
a-
this woman.
We had a military strategy that we frequently used where we would send like our fastest and stealthiest people kind of out. And then they would make like a lot of noise and it would tend to draw, say, the undead that way, and then we could go by. So I think that's interesting. That's what you're talking about, right?
Essentially, a little
A
more
distraction.
complicated. Distraction, yes. But these are the things we have. I don't think we have anything else. I don't think there's anyone Reckoning didn't know this area. He's not the tinker.
I glance at Vin.
No, I mean, our other options are much
Yeah.
longer, right? Like we start a campaign
I guess.
in the south against the robots, right? Just finding every camp of them we can and slowly destroying them camp by camp until we become a nuisance as well and maybe draw him out. But I like this idea of maybe seeing if we can't get him to commit more resources to the north.
I would put him directly in conflict with the dragon, even more
Yeah.
than he is.
Yeah,
And the dragon's already a problem.
I like that.
I know you don't
I-
like undead, Jesse, but sometimes they
Is
can
it
be
possible
used.
that the tinker is good?
In his own head, maybe. I mean, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people think they're good.
He beat the
Yeah.
undead. She just told us that this place was
Were the hags
in
good?
worse shape.
The hags were terrible.
He's
Well, no, but they
repurposing the
didn't really
undead.
do anything.
I don't know if he beat them.
Yeah, he's
He's-
just
he's-
using them for his own gain.
He's
He's
repurposing.
trying to
Oh, so-
control.
So you're in on my theory, Vin, of like the evil ghost robots?
There are evil ghost robots. Yes, I agree with that. There are also currently non-evil ghost robots.
But slowly
But we all-
sliding,
but
sliding
that's the thing,
into
we
chaos.
know-
I guess we need Raikkonen
yeah.
to be good for Vin to be good.
Even
so.
me, even me, like I'm a good ghost robot today, but Raikkonen and Thorkin both said it's
What?
just a matter of time
Wait, today?
before I snap. Like just.
Wait.
like,
Now
But-
I glance at Jeshi like, oh god.
but the Tinker's robots have already snapped. They're all cracked and broken.
I'm sorry, are you saying you are a ticking time bomb of you're gonna turn on us?
I mean, I thought that was pretty clear to everybody after our trip to Raikkonen's place. Like,
Yeah, but
there's
I ignored
there's a
that
little
because
bit of-
I trusted that you were in control fully of your selfhood and that we would be fine.
feels like I am, and I'm
Oh my God.
doing exercises every night, you know, to just
Kin starts pacing.
stay in control.
Oh no! Oh no!
But like,
Kins, as you're
there's
pacing,
a time frame.
Kins, you're pacing around, kind of stressed out about what's being talked about right now, and with your passive perception, which is quite high,
Good.
as you walk kind of near the door of the door, it's a tent flap. As you walk kind of near the flap, you distinctly hear somebody running off, as if they've been listening to your conversation.
Oh shh!
And that's where we're gonna end for tonight. To see.
Ah no!
I told you.
Spies.
Darn it! Oh, we should have had Ziggy or someone be the lookout.
Yurts are not so
Well,
secure.
There we go.
Yeah,
There
I
we
know.
go.
That's
It's just
now
a
that we need to
tent.
remember, like,
Yeah.
it's a completely separate. Where is a wizard when we need one? Like, we have nobody that can cast those cool little bubbles. Of,
Yeah,
you know,
Raikkonen abandoned us, so.
Like, Jens, when can you make like a druid house for us to stay in? Like,
Oh, that'd be
my-
so. Oh, I could have made a tree, and we could have made a tree house, I guess.
Yeah, with your shield. Totally inconspicuous.
Yeah,
Pay no
tree in
so
the
when I
attention
middle
look
to
in
the
this desert,
Yeah,
right?
pay no attention to
desert tree house,
the people in the tree.
everything's fine. Oh my goodness. Well,
Well, hey,
this will be fun.
We have no plan.
great
And
plans.
one spy.
I pretty much figured who the spy is already. Gotta know.
The stew person?
Nah,
That's
the
wrong, Samir.
salvage guy.
Not Idris.
That guy was not sneaking around anywhere.
Yeah, wasn't he like real
He's a
big?
No,
he's
but he had
he's a big
helpers.
guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
yeah, we got
okay.
there's some little kid or some Yidris. Yeah, like we're
Some kid that Thorkum's gonna crush his hopes and dreams in a second.
yeah. No, I will not teach you. I will teach you nothing. Smash.
So last time we raided, I picked someone who we weren't allowed to chat, if you remember.
Oh yeah.
But I don't really know how to like
That's right,
avoid
for like
that.
10 minutes.
It's kind of like because it doesn't tell you ahead of time.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
all
you
right.
kind of have to. Yeah,
So
That's no big deal.
they'll still
Most-
see it later and be like, "Oh, cool."
So I don't know who these guys are, but they have one viewer. Let's give them 15 viewers. What do you guys think?
Viewers.
Heck
Yeah,
yes.
Sweet. They're working hard trying to play D&D. They're on Curse of Strahd episode 4. They're moving through Barovia, the domain of dread, trying to figure out what's going on.
We
Let's go
all
see.
agree they should sell Vin, right? What is? Hold on. We have Chad to catch up with.
Yeah, we can vote. Who wants to sell
What
this?
is going on here? No. Like,
All right, don't know who this person is, but let's go ask him how the plan's going. We'll see what's
we
going
should
on.
also ask him how to pronounce his channel name.
Akaruyui. Akaruyui. Clearly, that's how you pronounce it. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna go buy Jamie a Bob Marley Scottish
Oh my gosh, we're at next episode,
Tam
please.
Tam O'Shanter
Nice.
for that. Yeah, so we'll be good. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. And we will see you next week. And insert awkward pause here before I click the thing.
Good luck with your bad plans.
And good luck with your bad plans.